All right, let's get it. New games. I think there's supposed to be some kind of new game thing coming out today as well. Probably not going to be around for that. If the power goes out, we will be back.
Okay, this is Kai. We're on day 23. Oh, and this is log number 1.
That looks so
I've been
cozy.
holed up with this drone in my plane's cabin for the last few days.
Oh my goodness, have we crashed?
Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Kai, you out there?
Oh, thank God. I thought I'd
Looks like
lost you.
This looks like it might be a really fun game.
You did. What the hell happened?
Something sliced the tail clean off.
I think you should look at this.
What's going on? What do you see?
Oh,
Don't keep me in suspense, man.
Nothing worth mentioning.
Is this the kind of situation that gives a person the creeps?
Ah, maybe that'll
Yeah.
get someone's attention. Can you see me now? Can you? Mayday, Mayday. This is Tree 1, Charlie, Echo, requesting emergency assistance.
Never did listen to him before. Don't know why he'd start now.
What good is your bullshit gonna do for us right now?
Me? I'm not the one that leaves a co-pilot for dead. Or you still hide from that truth, too.
You're the one who jumped and left me to die. Or did that escape your thick head too?
And you were supposed to follow.
Hey, Donovan. Donovan, you copy?
hell. That looks like it's going to be a good game.
Silence used to sound different.
Oh, is this like the ant game?
Whispering wind and rustling grass. I've only ever heard them on recordings. The planet has been slowly wasting away for generations. In the end, we became prisoners of our arcs. My brother was obsessed with the old world, a world where we lived in nature. I promised I'd do my best to bring it back. I was working hard to get into the labs. That's when the
I
news
did see that gameplay. I'm not gonna pull it up on stream because it's from an individual content creator. It's not from like IGN. It looks good. Mega hype now, dude. I kind of scrolled through it a little bit this morning. I was like, holy crap, that looks really good.
Operation
It
Honeycomb
looks
broke out.
good.
Could we find salvation in the stars? Would I ever see the Earth covered in green?
Vital signs stable.
I was so excited. IGN did some kind of content thing for Metal Gear Solid Delta. It's like 20 minutes long. We about to sit here and enjoy that whole thing. It looks so good. I don't know what it's about. All I know is that it's Metal Gear Solid Delta. That's all I care about. It's a different planet. Okay. Oh, this reminds me of Subnautica. That's what this reminds me of. You can pet him. Can you kill him? The people that make these games are aware that not every fucking creature you pet is gonna be okay with that. Like, you can pet a lion, but then it's gonna bite your fucking hand off.
Eon Corp welcomes you to Operation
Honeycomb, the world
Honeycomb.
beyond. That's weird.
Centuries we've been hunted. Like
That looks like shit.
hiding in the shadows, trying to satisfy our needs.
That's an older game.
Now it's time to rebuild and take back what is ours, using people like tools that they are.
Huh.
Arise, Bloodlord.
That looks shit.
Vampires. Bloodlord Rising. Add to wish list.
I mean, I like the idea behind it. That's kind of nice.
It's just a work meeting. I have everything under control, really.
All right, but please let me know how it goes, as soon as you can. Good luck, Naomi.
There we go. What is this? Oh, this is, man, what is this? Is it Silent Hill?
Am I going in circles?
Oh no, it's Broken Lore.
It's like this place has swallowed every escape route.
I kind of sort of remember seeing some gameplay of this.
You're the other one, right? Only one can truly shine.
Naomi, are you ready to show me that you're the star I've been looking for?
What's happening to me?
Spooky.
Kirisame Miura has stories that could inspire any artist. Like that of the ancient temple.
Just a heads up, if the power goes out, we'll keep coming back on until 11. Once 11 hits, then we'll just stop. It's, of course, it's gotta rain right now.
A place of mystery.
Literally, it turned 8 o'clock, and then it just started pouring heavily, and I was like, okay.
Remember, every great ambition has its cost.
Ooh, that looks fun. That looks like it's gonna be a good horror game.
PlayStation.
We thought the world would end in fire, but it just slowed, froze, like time holding its breath.
I don't think...
I saved a dog.
I don't think the moon exploding would do anything. The world would still spin. The moon blowing up wouldn't do anything, I don't think. Because I think the moon would still technically just rotate around the Earth.
Once. He saved me every day since. Somewhere in the frost, we started again. Not as builders, as believers.
That's cool. It's co-op.
It wasn't fire that buried us. It was snow.
This kind of reminds me of Rust a little bit.
The world ended not in flames, but in silence and frost.
It looks like it might be a nice game.
Permafrost. Wishless now.
Who's this now? With the deepest voice imaginable. Oh, it's the same thing. No, oh, I guess it has like different ones. This is Broken Lore, don't watch. Got like a series, okay. Oh, it's the eyeball one, right? Yeah. Okay. That is just awful. I hate it. I definitely recommend this one. I think I've seen this one. Yeah. gonna be a. It's gonna be. What the fuck is that? There's a huge storm coming over you guys, but it controls. Yes, I do know that the moon controls the tides. Yeah, it's probably gonna get rough. So if the power goes out and when it clicks back on, we'll be back until 11. Once 11 hits, then we're just gonna go ahead and kill it.
Relax your mind. Embrace my power.
This game has... It looks good. It has impressed me every time I've been to the show. That looks just like fun. It does. That looks cool. What? What? Whoa! I like how the magic looks in this game. I like the enemies so far. The bosses look really cool. Whoa! I bet this is gonna be a really elemental-based system. Like you would use water against electricity, fire against ice, that kind of stuff.
PlayStation.
It looks good. I think it'll be good.
What a cold demise, Pilgrim. The Inferno bids it so. 9 dominions vast in despair, where sinners' souls are bound to eternal punishment, ruled by 9 beings sired from sin. You pilgrims, though, you evade those bindings. Your soul is branded infurious. Do you understand?
Oh, he's gotta go the other way.
A chance at redemption. This is your infernal pilgrimage.
Is this like the circles of hell? What the fuck?
To face the sins incarnate is
Oh, it's a goddamn card
where the
game.
battle for your soul lies in the cards. But to prove you're an opponent of worth, you must brave each ruler's dominion and the dread within. Wield the cards, deploy the wards. These are your soul
this might actually still be a good
weapons,
game.
nothing more. I've seen many pilgrims fall, but you shall fly.
This might still be a good game. It's like a card horror game. Got some new concepts coming out, boys. Oh, is it time? It's time! 14 minutes. It's not as long as I thought. Oh, I'm so excited for this. So excited.
Metal Gear fans haven't had the best decade. The mainline series concluded with Hideo Kojima's unfinished masterpiece, The Phantom Pain, and
a lot of people don't know that. Metal Gear Solid 5 was unfinished because of Konami and Kojima's dispute. So, a lot of people think that the game's finished. It never was finished. The gameplay's there, the storyline is not.
2015, which coincided with his much publicized departure from Konami. Since then, the only new Metal Gear games we've gotten have been Metal Gear Survive, which was so bad that many took it as an indication the series would not actually survive, and a pachinko machine which, infuriatingly, featured fully remastered Snake Eater cutscenes. The jury's out on whether a new Metal Gear game without
a
Hideo
pachinko machine.
Kojima's involvement would be any good, or if we'll ever actually see one. But either way, Metal Gear Solid Delta seems like a damn fine alternative. A lovingly overhauled modern remake of what's considered by many to be the best game.
I think Konami hates Kojima because of how well these games did. These games are fucking masterpieces
in the series, and what's also probably the least confusing place for newcomers to jump into this incredible and incredibly confusing universe.
Because, like, this is the prequel to the second game. The third one, actually, it's a prequel to the first game, I'm sorry. It's the one that starts it all. So there's a good chance that if this game comes out and it blows the pot open, so to speak, we will get a remaster of every Metal Gear game.
But the big question is, after Delta, what next? From the obvious classics we all want to some lesser-known installments that could also use some love.
I love the gameplay of Phantom Pain. That was a good. The
7 Metal Gear games
good.
that deserve modern remakes.
I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents.
You're Russian, so that should say all it needs to say. Sorry.
Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
Boys, we played through all these games.
Let's get the obvious one out of the way. Metal Gear Solid 1. The
Let's
original
go!
1988 PS1 game put the series on Western gamers' collective Soliton radar. It's a brilliant achievement in game design that's well deserving of its status as an all-time classic, but almost 30 years post-launch.
What's crazy is that even now, you could go back and play that game, and the controls are decent. For a PlayStation 1 era game, the controls are still really good.
A little bit.
It's funky from time to time, no doubt. Oh my god, is it good! Woo!
So yes, now is the time for Konami to remake Metal Gear Solid. But wait,
I agree.
Hold on. They already did that once. So I guess the question is, should they remake the original or remake the remake? In case you missed it, like an airborne projectile misses someone who's dramatically backflipping over it. Back in 2004, Konami outsourced a GameCube exclusive remake of Metal Gear Solid. Canadian developer Silicon Knights.
How did I miss this?
GameCube exclusive remake.
Whoa, that looks good! That's Metal Gear Solid? Nuh-uh.
Of Metal Gear Solid. Canadian developer Silicon Knights clearly didn't half-ass it, but the result was not quite a direct hit. For the most part, Twin Snakes looks and plays great. The original PS1 game's low-poly graphics are replaced with more detailed models and textures that make it look way more in line with Metal Gear Solid 2, and it benefits by implementing modern mechanics and systems that the sequel introduced. Twin Snakes let players hide in lockers or hang from ledges to avoid detection, shoot steam pipes and fire extinguishers to obstruct enemy vision, and the improved AI had the genome soldiers of Shadow Moses acting like they'd undergone some
Damn, that's crazy! They brought the genome soldiers? No way!
Possible for Snake to shoot in first-person view, something that wasn't an option on PS1. Unfortunately, this was a limitation that the original game had been designed around, and the addition changed the experience.
Oh my god, it's like playing Metal Gear Solid 2. That's insane. I know that's what he said, but like, that's impressive.
For example, the fight with Revolver Ocelot. In the original, it's a tense, claustrophobic top-down shootout thanks to MGS1's fixed camera, but
you have to be careful because if you shoot the president, you could accidentally blow everything up, and he's in the center. So like, if you press square to aim, it automatically locks onto whatever is nearby, except for the president. So if you're like trying to hit Ocelot as he's moving, you could accidentally shoot him in the face.
Aim down sights turns it into a shooting gallery, and Snake can defeat Ocelot while standing in one place.
Hiding won't help you. A gun's power isn't in it. Ah!
Most infamously, though,
if that's the case, then why is Snake dying? You say that. But, his health bar's looking kinda low there, ain't it?
A gun's power isn't in it.
Most infamously, though, Silicon Knights took liberties with the cutscenes, and they are widely considered over-the-top even by Metal Gear standards. Meanwhile, differences in the voice performances and the music just give Twin Snakes a completely different tone.
Yeah,
I need to play. Oh my god.
So, in short, Twin Snakes was the wrong way to go about a remake. Fortunately, the team working on Metal Gear Solid Delta seems well aware of that. The updated version adds a more modern third-person camera option that allows aiming and shooting simultaneously in addition to the original stop and pop
That comes
system.
out this month,
Developers
actually.
acknowledged that the new run-and-gun capabilities actually made the game too easy, so they've sharpened the guards' reaction times if you're playing in that mode. It remains to be seen if this'll do the trick, but the fact that they're acknowledging the issue is a promising sign. So again, the question is,
there's a run and gun feature? Dude, we're gonna play the shit out of this game.
Solid 1 from the ground up, or fix the issues of Twin Snakes in a modern engine. Whatever the case, there are countless players
I think there was a way to run and gun, wasn't there? There was a way to, like, move forward and, like, press the square button a certain way. That way it knocks out the enemies in Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I remember that.
The chance to revisit Shadow Moses and plenty more.
I would love if they remastered Metal Gear Solid 1, so that way we could revisit Shadow Moses and stop the events from occurring, dude. That would be so cool. We could see Meryl again. They need to remaster Metal Gear Solid 4 too. Man, that was probably the best game that I played other than maybe Metal Gear Solid 3. I want to play Metal Gear Solid 4 again, dude. That was a good game.
Why this game was such a big deal.
Game was so good, man. Yeah, a lot of people tried to shit on that game, but man, I will defend that game tooth and nail.
Place.
Oh boy, he's right on schedule.
Metal Gear Solid 2
might have been the first overt remake of Metal Gear Solid, but Metal Gear Solid 2 is sort of a stealth remake in its own right, rehashing and retooling many of the same encounters.
By the way, the guy that's covering this is legendary. You're doing a great job. Keep up the great work. This is good.
And boss fights
You're doing a great job, brother.
In a fascinatingly meta way. Narratively, it tells a completely new story that goes in some bonkers directions, or at least it did at the time of its release. Sadly, some of the more out there ideas that Kojima was kicking around at the turn of the century are.
You think that it's out there, but if you string it along in the rest of the series, it actually makes a lot of sense. It does, because it has short-sighted references to prior games and games after it. So, like, there are instances of the Hallelujah Low, the Patriots, that you only really understand unless you've played either Metal Gear Solid 3 or the first one. You have to play these games in a type of way where you keep open-mindedness at the forefront of your brain, because if you don't, you're going to be confused no matter how many times you play these games. It took me a long time as a kid to understand what the fuck was going on in Metal Gear Solid 2. And then I played the other games and I was like,
terrifyingly feasible in the current geopolitical and technological landscape, which makes it a strong case for revisiting for new audiences.
It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks.
Part of the reason Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is so good is that it confidently builds on mechanics and systems established by MGS2. That kind of iteration is common with video game sequels.
A lot of people don't know this, but if you have the silencer on the handgun, you could actually break the cameras.
Mechanics and systems established by MGS2. That kind of iteration is common with video game sequels, but Kojima had a tendency
I think I did that whenever we played it.
Subsequent Metal Gear installments.
There is one game, actually two, out of the entire series that I've beaten in the hardest difficulty. And that is, actually no, technically three. Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom of the Pain. It sucked, especially if you're trying to get S ratings. It sucked. I hated every second of it. Metal Gear Solid 3, that is the easiest by hands down. The easiest for the old consoles to beat in the hardest difficulty. And, oh fuck, what was the other one, dude? Son of a bitch. Actually, technically there was four. There's Peace Walker, that was for the PSP. I beat that one in the hardest difficulty with all S ranks. And then there's, fuck. There was another one. Oh, Metal Gear Solid 4, of course. That was the other one I beat in the hardest difficulty. It's so fun. Like, that's what's so weird. I wanted to beat Metal Gear Rising, but I just didn't have enough time with that game to be able to do it. But Metal Gear Rising is really good as well. That's another one that I haven't been able to get my hands on because I can't seem to get the console, the PlayStation 3, to work with my OBS setup. So I haven't been able to record it or stream it. I just don't know why. I got the splitter, but like it just won't work. It won't display. I don't know why. I tried for hours and it just won't fucking work. They're both really good games.
Sometimes that was pushing the boundaries of the platform, like he did with the PlayStation
That was Portable
3
Ops.
Metal Gear installments. Sometimes that
Yeah, that's Portable Ops, I believe. So there's three games. I think there's 3 Metal Gear Solid games for the PlayStation Portable and one for the Vita. It was Portable Ops, Peace Walker, and then something else. I don't think I played it, but I played Portable Ops and Peace Walker. Portable Ops is a gem. If you've never played it, it's great. It's kind of like the first one where you could play as other characters that aren't Snake. It's weird. And it's also the first one that implemented that if you're playing as another character, and not like it's the first game ever, but it's the first one in the series where if you play as a different character and the character dies, you don't get that character again. He's dead.
was pushing the boundaries of the platform, like he did with the PlayStation 3 and PSP for Metal Gear Solid 4.
How's it going? I am a Five Nights at Freddy's plushie warehouse, but I just changed my name. Oh, welcome back. Nice name change. That obsessed Garden of Ban person. That's funny, dude. That's funny.
Other times,
I like your new name.
Entire next-gen game engine from scratch and reimagining the entire gameplay loop, like he did for Metal Gear Solid 5. In any case, not having to completely work from the ground up is a plus.
Is that Peace Walker? Or is that no? That's 5.
In any case, not having to completely work from the ground up is a plus. Something that the original Snake Eater benefited from in the wake of MGS2, and something that a remake of 2 could benefit from.
I must, over my lifetime, I think I've played Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3, bare minimum of 20 times each. Like, we're looking at the same scenario with God of War, where I would wake up, I would make a new save, and I would beat it. Now, Metal Gear Solid 2 is way too long for me to beat in one sitting. I usually had to, take 2 days to beat it, but I would sit there and just beat that shit in a new save slot every time on the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 1, I don't think I was able to play Metal Gear Solid 1 until a friend gave me a PlayStation 1, and they had, I already had Metal Gear Solid 1, because I had gotten it part of a box set with Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, and I was finally able to sit down and play Metal Gear Solid 1 with the original console and controller and memory card. It was the most fun experience I think I've ever had with a console that was old school like that. It was amazing. Then I had, whenever you come across Psycho Mantis, you have to change the controller cord and put it in slot 2 so that way he doesn't attack you. It's great.
Heels of Delta.
Good luck to both of you. This is a dangerous one.
After working on the Snake Eater remake, the team at Konami presumably has a pretty good feel for what works and what doesn't when modernizing a PS2-era Metal Gear game in Unreal Engine.
I'm just reminiscing. I'm kind of adding my own flow to it, if that makes any sense. I love talking about these games. They're so good.
Applying that knowledge to a remake of Metal Gear Solid 2 would be much less of a leap than trying to modernize something designed for the PS1.
Just imagine a Metal Gear Solid 2 remake. Just imagine that. Yo, I would gladly sit down and play these games. I'm going to be playing that new one that's going to come out here soon. It's coming out. What's the date? 19th. It's supposed to be coming out, I think, on the 30th.
Earlier. Of course, the downside of following up Delta with a remake of MGS2 is that nobody would know what the hell is going on. That's not an uncommon sensation when playing Metal Gear games, but it would be especially confusing going into
they have to line these games up in a way that would make sense to the modern audience.
Liberty Cold, which is heavily referential to its predecessor.
Because you have to keep in mind that there's a good chance that when they made these games, Peace Walker was so good. If you haven't played Peace Walker, if you have a PlayStation 3, get Peace Walker and play it. It is, in my opinion, almost as good as Metal Gear Solid 5 as far as gameplay. I enjoyed spending hours and hours and hours and hours trying to S-rank all the missions.
Konami stated
it's got a comic book themed cutscene system. It's so good because you have to realize Metal Gear Solid was coming out with a comic book as well. In fact, whenever I got Metal Gear Solid 3, it had a comic book in it.
Remaking Metal Gear Solid 3 is that there's an entire generation of gamers that's unfamiliar with the series. The whole reason they replaced the 3 with a triangle or a delta or whatever is so those newcomers aren't scared off by the number 3 not having played the first 2. But that's the thing, Metal Gear Solid 3 is the earliest game in the series chronologically.
It's supposed to be set as a prequel to everything else. This is Big Boss. This is his story. Now, if anytime you hear throughout the rest of the games, Big Boss is always brought up. He's the reason why Metal Gear Solid 2, Liquid, Liquid, you've got Liquid, you've got Ocelot, you've got Snake himself, and then you've got Raiden. Those are all offspring of Big Boss. They're all like genetically engineered DNA soldiers from Big Boss's DNA. That's where all this comes from. And Metal Gear Solid 4, they really talk about it, which is the reason why I'm really bummed that Metal Gear Solid 4 isn't rebooted yet, because you really find out a lot about everything that happened from Metal Gear Solid 4. They really go in depth about like the first 3 games.
And its immediate follow-up, Peace Walker, doesn't even have a number attached to it, making it a perfect contender for their next remake. Originally developed as a full-scale console-grade Metal Gear Solid experience exclusive to the PlayStation Portable, Peace Walker takes place a decade after the events of Snake Eater, so jumping into a remake of that immediately after playing Delta.
In fact, they made Peace Walker, I feel like, in a way that should have been on the console, because that you revisit so many sites from Metal Gear Solid 3. You revisit the flower field where you defeat Boss. You revisit so many sites. I don't understand why they didn't make this as a console thing. Why they made it as handheld? Because a lot of people didn't have the handheld, the Vita. But it was
great
so
way to
good.
experience the story. Even better, Peace Walker directly sets up the events of Metal Gear Solid 5, which doesn't need a remake because it still looks and plays incredibly decade after it came out. Peace Walker already had a remaster as part of the HD collection, which put it graphically in line with MGS2 and MGS3, with the exception of the cutscenes. To account for the limitations of the PSP, most of Peace Walker's cutscenes are effectively motion comics, gorgeous ones illustrated by Ashley Wood, but not exactly cinematic. However, if Konami were to remake it, perhaps those motion comics could act as animatics for full-fledged cutscenes on par with the other mainline entries.
I agree.
After all, Konami's got all those gorgeous new character models from Delta, and Peace Walker's already fully voice acted, so just throwing that one out there.
We know who you
Throw
are,
it out there, boss.
boss. That is why
Pause! It's pause!
Another accommodation made for the PSP is that Peace Walker's gameplay is mission-based, much better suited for players on the go than the more linear structure of previous games. The addition of multiplayer also made the conventionally solitary sneaking experience a social one. While there was competitive versus mode, Peace Walker's strong suit was co-ops, a series of missions.
So in this one, you fight like AI robots, and every time you defeat an AI robot, you could break off parts of it. Like if you shoot its wings or you shoot its legs, you break off those parts and you can add those AI parts to your own AI thing that you make. So like how it is in Metal Gear Solid 5, whenever you send people off to do like missions or whatever, you send off your own Peace Walker, which effectively makes you like, it gets you rewards and stuff, but it also is how, like, Metal Gear Solid 5, you get the nuke, and then you're a dominating power. It's the same thing, effectively. Like, once you do that, it puts your base up on the map as, like, like you could be raided and stuff, I believe.
Before players
Because you do get a base, just like in Metal Gear Solid 5. In Peace Walker, you make your own base.
A first for the series. Bear in mind, online multiplayer wasn't as ubiquitous when Peace Walker originally launched, so playing together in-game
I didn't even know this had
PSP
multiplayer.
Owners squatting up in close physical
I
proximity.
had no idea
Why
this
does
had
matter?
multiplayer.
Well, there's a cool new console that just dropped called the Nintendo Switch 2, which people have been known to take on the go from time to time. It even has a feature that allows 2 Switch owners to use one copy of the same game if they're playing locally, making it a perfect device to replicate the spirit of Peace Walker with modern touches. Meanwhile, there's also that enormous mobile gaming market out there, which might enjoy some bite-sized Metal Gear missions. And hey, if it's possible to get the RE4 remake and Death Stranding running on an iPhone, an Unreal 5 version of an old PSP game seems well within the realm of possibility.
I need to play this. I've never played this. This is like the OG games right here.
Now, if we're concerned about modern audiences playing the Metal Gear
There's
series
two of
in
these.
chronological order, the big hurdles are Metal Gear 1 and 2, which are the oldest games in the series, but which take place immediately after the most recent game in the series, Metal Gear Solid 5, but which also introduce most of the key characters of Metal Gear Solid, which for all intents and purposes is actually the first game in the series, even though it's technically the third.
I've never played these. I saw the animations for them and I was like, dude, I'm gonna break something. Maybe they're good. I've never played them.
Solid Snake were released initially for the MSX computer in 1987 and 1990 respectively, and largely weren't a thing outside of Japan. The original Metal Gear Solid regularly name checks events that took place in these games, only one of which was even released.
Big Boss. Mission, gain access to the enemy fortress, Outer Haven.
Stateside.
Oh, this is Outer Haven.
Of it well enough, so maybe it's a non-issue, and these games don't need to be remade. But then again, it would be pretty cool to have a little more context for Solid Snake and Big Boss's relationship. Look at Yakuza 0. It's a prequel that adds context to.
If you haven't played the Yakuza series, absolutely recommend the Yakuza series. Such great games.
Running series while also acting as a great jumping-on point for new players.
Not even that the story is good. The gameplay is phenomenal.
Obviously, comparing Yakuza and Metal Gear is like comparing apples and cardboard boxes full of oranges, but it's a thought. The problem is that Metal Gear 1 and 2 are so ancient visually and mechanically that remaking them in any modern sense would essentially be making new games from the ground up. But one could also argue that their age also makes them the most deserving of a modern remake. Could this be the secret to continuing the series without Hideo Kojima? Find some developers who have an appropriate amount of...
It doesn't matter. Even if Kojima isn't there, these games already have the plot. They're already done. They're already, like, all they need is some voice acting and then they're good. Like, how you wouldn't even have to voice act these games. People know this series and have been longtime fans of the series. You wouldn't even have to voice act them. You could just do the text boxes with Unreal Engine 5 graphics. People would understand why. I kid you not. I would play that immediately. I should play the original ones as well.
Reverence and appreciation for the source material, but aren't afraid to try new things, and then let them use these primordial stealth action games as a loose framework for new installments? Think about it. We've gotten Star Wars movies that weren't directed by George Lucas. We've gotten Alien and Blade Runner movies that weren't directed by Ridley Scott. And we've gotten Indiana Joneses and Jurassic Parks that weren't directed by Steven Spielberg. Are these all better than the originals?
Sorry about that. Whenever I get in my rants, dude, I just want to talk about this. I love this series. I could sit here and talk about the series
usually
all
no,
day.
but occasionally yes. And either way, they keep things interesting.
Like, I can't do what I did for God of War. Like, how we had that chit chatter that was talking, like, certain things about God of War. I can't do that with this game without fact-checking myself because the series is just so big. And there's so many intricate pieces and story and Easter eggs in the story that, like, I'd actually have to fact-check just to make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about.
Think of it this way. Snake owes most of his existence to James Bond, a character who's been rebooted.
That's right. Kojima did say that. He said that he made Snake off of James Bond. Like the whole espionage era.
Repeatedly since his debut in Ian Fleming's original novels. So, is this a blasphemous idea? Metal Gear games made without the involvement of Hideo Kojima? Well, it's an idea that's been around almost as long as Metal Gear has, which brings me to our next game.
This is the second one? What is this? Oh, he ran from it. Snake's Revenge.
Way back in 1990, Konami published a sequel to the original Metal Gear. Specifically, the port released on the Nintendo Entertainment System, not the MSX version.
Ancient,
At the time, Hideo Kojima was nose down in another department working on PC games, so he was surprised as everyone else to learn that Snake was back in someone else's game.
Lieutenant.
Snake's Revenge has a decidedly different tone than the original Metal Gear, and while it still resembles its predecessor, it pales in comparison. The early entries in the Metal Gear series aren't held in quite the same high regard as the later ones, so hardcore fans generally just kind of ignore this entry.
Yo, that looks like the same room that you go in whenever you fight, not Fragile. Is it Fragile? Man, I'm getting my stories mixed up with Death Stranding now. No, it's not Fragile. What is the name of the lady that can't get shot in Metal Gear Solid 2? What? No. What is the name of the black lady in Metal Gear Solid 2? Fortune. That's what it is. Jesus. Fortune.
Then harbor full-blown disgust and resentment towards it like they do for something like Metal Gear Survive. So why the hell should Snake's Revenge get revenge on gamers? Well, we've seen some wonderful results when dormant 8 and 16-bit franchises get handed off to smaller, scrappier developers who put a modern twist on classic formats. Double Dragon Neon, Streets of Rage 4, Sonic Mania, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge. Hell, even Konami gave us Contra Operation Galuga, and just this year we're getting Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
I don't know why they would release Ninja Gaiden so close to the release of Ninja Gaiden 4. Like, or Ninja Gaiden, whatever the new one is. It made no sense to me. Because, like, you could play this one, yes. Or you could just play the new one.
Campy throwback game based on the mainline Metal Gear series might sour fans, but Snake's Revenge seems ripe for it. Revenge already has the RE in it, which makes it sound like some kind of a retro reboot. Maybe you could incorporate some cool sounding play on the word revenge that Metal Gear fans already have a fondness for. You know, like Revengeance? Okay, so maybe a reimagining of the least official Metal Gear game ever made.
I would love to see Metal Gear Revengeance get remastered.
It is straying far from the idea of Metal Gear remakes, but Kojima himself has gone on record to say that Snake's Revenge was faithful to the concept of Metal Gear. Of course, he also later said that it was crappy, but then he changed his mind about that, so who knows?
Hey, it'd be like that.
One issue with remaking a Metal Gear game is that the originals are so, well, solid. I mean, literally, these games are classic for a reason.
They are.
The stealth action gameplay is extremely fine-tuned. Attempting to recreate
like, even for its time, the graphics and the engine that they built for these games blew everything else out of the water that could even light a flame to it. Not even like it's just crazy to think that this game is as old as it is, this series, and it still stands up today, even if it's clunky. It's so good.
That people have etched into their brains and committed to muscle memory is bound to be heavily scrutinized. But what about revisiting something that didn't leave quite as much of an imprint despite its corrosive properties? I'm talking about Metal Gear Acid.
Acid? What is this?
The first Metal Gear game released for the PSP, Acid took the established characters and universe of the franchise to tell a brand new story, but it swapped out the familiar stealth action for card collecting and tactical turn-based combat. Back in 2004, I personally wrote it off because I had no interest in waiting my turn to CQC somebody, much less having to put down a card to do it, but these days that concept seems a lot more appealing. And I have a hunch I'm not the only one who feels that way.
Nobody's buying those games. No one's buying these card games, bro. Unless it's Magic the Gathering or a Yu-Gi-Oh! Or maybe even a Pokemon-based game, or some of the other ones that have come out that are cartoons, no one's touching this. I would play this because it's Metal Gear Solid.
Much bigger audience for deck-building RPGs now than there was 20 years ago, and pretty much everyone has a cell phone that looks crazy. PSP graphics. Ideally, if this got remade, it'd be as a standalone, slightly retooled modern version of the original, but, you know, considering how much money Konami rakes in from free-to-play mobile games and Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I could also see this going in a direction that gamers are not quite as happy about. But hey, either way, at least it's not another f***ing pachinko machine.
Right? MGA, Metal Gear, PSP, oh yeah, Acid. That's
so
weird.
There you have it, the Metal Gear games that we'd like to see remade. Sound off in the comments with your own personal picks, and hey, while we're at it, what non-Metal Gear Kojima games need remakes? Should they put Boktai on Switch and sell a little USB-C solar sensor dongle? Or do a 4K remaster of Snatcher and Policenauts? Or should Konami just get over itself and put PT back on the PlayStation Store
that
so
ain't
you
gonna
can
happen.
download it again? Anyway, for more on Kojima...
That ain't gonna happen. What a great video. W video. What is this? When did this come out?
With
a month ago. Damn, we'll watch this one tomorrow.
If you are having a bad day, remember this life is...
Actually, you know what? Hold on. There we go. I saw this yesterday.
Louisiana's top prosecutor is taking on one of the most popular online sites for teens and kids, Roblox.
Attorney General Liz Murrell says the platform has become a hunting ground for predators, and now she's taking her fight to court. Perry Robinson is here with this. Perry.
I think the more people that get involved with the lawsuits to Roblox, the better off everyone in society is going to be. Because if you, you guys make so much fucking money from this game, and you guys don't want to moderate your platform at all to keep these kids safe whenever it's geared towards kids, you are about to get everything you deserve, and I wish nothing but the worst for you. Because it's your responsibility if you're going to advertise something to kids to make sure that kids are protected. And if you're not, then you don't deserve to be where you're at. I look forward to watching your downfall.
Hey guys, the Attorney General says Roblox is putting kids in danger and warns the company to make changes or shut it down.
Yep.
The state is taking aim at perhaps the most popular child and teen gaming site in the world.
You realize that the people that are on YouTube like Schlepp and Gideon that are using their platforms to bring some of these predators off of Roblox are doing it because they have faced the same thing that these kids are facing on Roblox whenever they were younger. That's why they're doing what they're doing. From what I understand, Gideon hasn't said why he's doing it, but he has said that he's not ready to release the story as to why he's doing it yet, but he's doing it for a reason. I mean, maybe it's a family member, maybe it's somebody he knew, who knows? But this needs to stop. We need to get more states involved with these lawsuits so that way we can shut this either shut this company down or get this under control.
The Attorney General filed a lawsuit against Roblox, accusing the online platform of failing to protect kids from predators.
They're not failing. They're actively going out of their way to protect these predators on the Roblox app and site, on this game in general. They are going out of their way and banning people like Schlepp and Gideon off of their site, claiming that they are vigilantes even, coming up with new rules to ban them instead of getting these predators off the site. They're actively advocating for this, and you know what? They're getting what they fucking deserve.
Curated and perpetuated an online environment where child sex predators thrive, unite, hunt, and victimize
kids. Hey, let me tell you something, YouTube. If you guys want to, sit here and put this bitch on limited ads, or you want to take ad viewability away from this video, I'll fucking demonetize the video myself. Because I know what y'all do. Y'all give limited ad visibility so that way it hurts its viewership. I'll demonetize this bitch so that way it keeps the same viewership. Don't test me.
Roblox, which launched in 2006, has more than 380 million monthly users, with over half of their players between the ages of 9 and 16. The suit claims Roblox has allowed the distribution of child sexual abuse material and has not put basic safety controls in place. State officials showed examples.
What is that, dude? Those are actual maps you could play. Troll, Escape, Freaky Party, Obby? Survive the Diddy in Area 51, the Roads to Diddy's Diddy Party, Freaky Diddy Simulator, Official Diddy, Midnight at Diddy's Party, Diddy Simulator, Nice Try Diddy. I can't see what those ones say. Diddy's World Release, Diddy Survival. What the fuck?
They say were found on the platform, including sexually explicit games,
Escape to Epstein Island,
tied to Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy, and even a public bathroom simulator.
I will not stand by and watch this company.
They forgot about Predator Prey.
Exponentially from exploiting children and facilitating.
By the way, Predator Prey wasn't removed because of the site. It was removed because people bitched and complained about it, per typical use. And YouTubers made videos about it.
Child sexual abuse for profit.
In some cases, have hit close to home. Just last month, deputies arrested a man in Livingston Parish, accusing him of possessing child sexual abuse material. Investigators say the suspect was on Roblox, using voice
big surprise,
altering technology to make himself sound like a young girl online.
We had a person, our actual suspect was on Roblox, posing as a 14-year-old girl, basically doing what he does.
After the press conference, we tested how easy it was to sign up.
It's so fucking easy. You don't have to give any kind of credentials. You just sign up, dude. It's so easy.
In less than a minute, we created
I don't even know if you need an email to sign up for this
with
site.
a fake name and a fake birthday. The Attorney General says she wants Roblox to adopt stronger safeguards, similar to Louisiana's new law requiring porn sites to verify users' ages.
Games like this are not helping. They are the problem.
Well, the Attorney General is urging parents to stay involved in what their kids are doing online. And if something seems off, report it to police. Guys, back to you.
Oh, yeah, immediately. If you find anything going on and your child's been on this site, you immediately report that to the police. Do not wait. Do not tell yourself that it's okay. These people are disgusting and they're predators. And they will do pretty much whatever it takes to get their hands on your child. There are stories of these fuckers making kids drive or walk or go almost 2 hours away from their home. There have been people who have been kidnapped from this fucking game. Do not let your children on this game. If they are on this game, take them off of this game. I decided yesterday, whenever I was talking about this, I was like, if I can't justify people being on, kids being on this game, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit. Give them something else to play. Keep them off of this game. At least until this is fixed. And even then. There you go. Yo, check out Astro Speed. Hit that like button. If you don't remember, we reacted to Astro Speed in other countries. You saw him get his box of KFC chicken drop down to him from a drone. We saw him get into a truck or a vehicle that wouldn't sink and it floated on the river or on the water. And he drove around in it and he freaked out. We also saw him get into a hovercraft, a big-ass drone that was like a helicopter. Guess what, boys? He's coming to America. Took him long enough.
Got him, man. Bro, where's me at?
Speed, don't strike me. If you want me to take it down, all you gotta do is hit that 7-day notification on me and I'll take it down, no questions asked. Go ahead and ship me an email. Love to do some collabs. I know I'm not very big, but you want to help out a man, let me know, man. All day, son. All day.
Bro, chat, can somebody please pick me up? I don't know where I'm at.
Hey, you sure you're at the right spot?
I'm trying to travel across the whole America and my tour bus is broken.
We can help you with that.
Oh! Yo, he's in the bitch thing. No!
Where we go?
Yo, low-key, I wonder if he's gonna be doing some stuff with bikers. That's right, boys. Woo!
Let's stop moving, man. Boy. Why is it so hard?
Oh yeah, baby, like that. Huh? I like it when it's hard. Yo, I bet they have a ton of fun when they make these. I bet they have a ton of fun when they make these videos, man. Got him. Always.
America, here I come!
24/7 stream. Yo. 24/7 marathon stream, 35 days straight. Bro is about to put in some work in America. Let's go! YouTube, I show speed. Twitch, I show speed. Show that speed! Let's go! Oh, wait, where's he going? Is he going to Texas? Arizona, California, Colorado, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, North Carolina, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, and Wyoming. August 28th, 12 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. 6 p.m. CET, Central Eastern Time, 2 o'clock p.m. BRT. Don't know what the... Is that like... I don't know what BRT is.
With the release of Death Stranding...
Yes, sir. I thought that was really cool. Also, XQC reacted to it, so I was like, you know what? I've seen some I've reacted to some of his stuff on stream before, so let me go ahead and jump on that.
New details.
Unruly passenger yelling racist remarks inside of an aeroplane.
The unruly passenger who
It's not bad enough that we can't even fly in the planes without them bitches falling out of the sky or the doors coming off the hinges. Now we got to deal with the damn passengers. Great. Why not?
Flight from Virginia to LAX to be diverted to Grand Junction, Colorado. Tonight, that flight finally touching down at LAX, and the passengers with quite a story to tell. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand joining us live from LAX after speaking with some of them. Jory.
It was quite an ordeal today, Mark. That plane left Norfolk, Virginia about 9:15 East Coast time this morning.
They actually left with him on the plane? Dude, there's no way. So if you don't know, I want to put this at the beginning as a little knowledge. So flight attendants have the right to abide by whatever the FAA law is, or the flight laws or whatever. I think it's FAA laws. What are FAA laws? FAA regulations, known as Federal Aviation Regulations. So yeah, FAA laws. They have the right to remove your phone. They have the right to throw you off the plane. They have the right to restrain you if need be. A lot of people don't understand that flight attendants have the most, not only stressful job, but one of the most required job for honestly the pilot, if I'm being completely honest. They are the ones that are going to have to make sure that people aren't unruly and are staying off their phones and not vaping in the bathroom like I've seen before. They will throw you off the plane immediately if you're not doing what they say, and they have every legal right to do so. Just so we're clear. The federal law will back the pilot and the flight attendants all day. Every time. They will back them.
About 2 hours earlier,
you best be ready if you cause a problem.
An hour before that. Add it all together, that's about 3:15 a.m. West Coast time, and they finally touched down here tonight.
And on some planes, they don't offer refunds. So if you act like a fool on a plane and you think you're going to sue whatever airport you're using, think again.
An unruly passenger aboard a Breeze Airways flight this morning from Norfolk, Virginia to LAX caused such a scene that passengers had to step in to help subdue him, and the plane had to divert to Grand Junction, Colorado.
They're calling it a level 4 disturbance now. They said they had him restrained. He broke
There's
out.
levels to this?
And there's passengers holding
Bro, it's like a hurricane.
The airline had to call in a new flight crew to finish the flight, so tonight, almost 8 hours after their scheduled arrival, these weary travelers finally arrived.
Bro, I'd be pissed.
In LA.
Jory, I didn't know Eminem took that flight. That's crazy. Look at Eminem going. There he is right there.
Arrival,
Look at Eminem.
Travelers finally arrived in LA.
Jory, why am I here after 7:45? I'm gonna tell you why. This Tony Hawk wannabe from Outer Banks, North Carolina, with his skateboard, had too many Bloody Marys this morning.
That passenger was heard using racist slurs and refusing to cooperate.
He's using racial slurs. He's
Is it the white dude or the big black dude? Who is it?
N-bomb. It's just stuff, saying a lot of stuff.
I didn't expect like racism to be like. I didn't think he would be so open about it. Just like to be yelling
It
stuff
must
on
have
the
been the
plane
white
like that
dude
with
then.
kids around. I was like, wow, that's low-key very, very crazy.
When a flight attendant asked for help, this man, fellow passengers called the linebacker in 17C, stepped in to help.
Bro got a name. He's the linebacker. They need to give this man a free ticket.
Just sat him down in the seat like a little kid.
Thank God.
Oh man, you got to treat these idiots the way they act. You want to sit there and act like a little fucking kid on the plane, dude? They're gonna treat you like a kid. They'll stick a bottle in his mouth and tell him to shut the hell up.
Linebacker 17C, because he really saved the day.
My son was on there, and there was other kids on there, and so I just had to
what is going
sit him
on?
down.
Sometimes heroes can be camera shy too.
Once I heard the flight attendant say, "Can somebody help me?" It was like I just saw black almost, and I just.
Oh yeah, because like you don't know what's happening. And like you hear, could someone help me on a damn plane? And there's someone being unruly. I'm surprised a bunch of people didn't jump up, especially when you got kids involved, man.
Grabbed him and set him down.
The man was taken off.
Now keep in mind that there is some things that happen. Like this isn't the first. Like this could happen quite a bit. What is it called whenever you go crazy because you're on a plane? There's an actual thing for it. It's like a phobia or something that gets triggered. Disorder, comfort. Damn, Penguin said it once. Charlie, I'm not gonna be able to find it now. It could like trigger you, dude. You could have like a mental breakdown just because you're on the plane. Being on a plane in a pressurized cabin like that could do so much to your body. Not a lot of people even know it, but like, it does a lot to your body. It does a lot to your mental as well. So it could just be that he had like an actual psychological breakdown. It happens quite a bit.
The plane by police to both cheers and boos. And now these passengers have quite a Hollywood tale to tell.
That was crazy. I didn't expect that to happen. Like, you never really think that would happen to you until it happens. It's like a movie thing, you know? I was like, wow.
So not exactly a happy ending, but an ending in LA, and they will take that, albeit much delayed. So the linebacker in 17C, it turns out he wasn't a linebacker. He played high school at Jordan High in Watts. He was a defensive end.
Oh man, he should capitalize on that.
Big for these passengers
He
today.
needs to make himself a YouTube channel, become a millionaire. That's what he needs to do. Remove. There we go. This might actually be happening, boys.
Fox News alert, House Oversight Committee.
This was uploaded 17 hours ago. The Epstein files could be coming out.
Chair James Comer confirms the DOJ will begin handing over documents related to Jeffrey Epstein on Friday. Fox News correspondent
look at that.
Joins us with the details. David.
Hey, Will, we just found this out a few moments ago from the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, as you mentioned, James Comer of Kentucky. This comes hours after former Attorney General Bill Barr testified to Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's read this statement from Comer. It says officials with the Department of Justice have...
So one of the people already did a statement. How many people? There's supposed to be like, I think like 6 people. How many people are supposed to testify for the Epstein files? So we got Bill and Hillary Clinton. Let's see. We got Bill, Hillary Clinton supposed to be going up there. Bill Barr already did his. Who else is it? It's supposed to be a lot of people. How many people are supposed to testify for the Jeffrey Epstein files? So I got the list right here. Former President Bill Clinton. We got former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Former Attorney General Lynch, or Loretta Lynch. Eric Holder, William Barr. Barr just went already. Merrick Garland. Jeff Sessions. Alberto Gonzalez. Former FBI directors James Comey and Robert Mueller. So one of them is already done, and we were already getting files released,
The department
boys.
will begin to provide Epstein-related records to the House Oversight Committee this week on Friday. There are many records in DOJ's custody. It will take the department time to produce all the records and ensure the identification of victims and any child sexual abuse material are redacted. I appreciate the Trump administration's commitment to transparency and efforts to provide the American
Yeah, it
people
only took so much
with information about this matter.
Yeah, they're being transparent,
Other than that,
all right.
well, not much to say because we don't know what's going to be in these documents. There was some time a few weeks ago we thought there may be some transcripts or audio recordings of Ghislaine Maxwell's interview with Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche released. That has not happened, but at this point we are hearing that there will be something relating to Epstein documents coming to House Oversight Chairman James Comer on Friday. And the deadline was supposed to be tomorrow, but he seems like he's giving them a little bit of a grace period given there are thousands of pages here. Back to you.
All right. We will hold our breath, or not, till Friday. Thank you so much, Dave.
Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Oh, man,
hey,
Friday's going to be a big day. Yes, sir.
Republican House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer says the Justice Department will start sharing Epstein-related files with his committee as soon as this Friday.
That's right. Trump, they're coming. They're coming for you.
The committee also questioned its first high-profile witness, former U.S. Attorney General William Barr, about convicted sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perez joins us. So this deposition
It's been a minute since I've heard from Bill Barr.
behind closed doors.
I can already see John Oliver doing an entire segment on Bill Barr again.
Republican Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer did share some of what
that he emerged from this was that obviously,
Man, he looks like he is
Jeffrey
just
Epstein
unhappy. That
committed
is an
suicide.
unhappy human being right there.
That's what the Justice Department has found. That remains the finding, and according to this deposition, that's what Barr knew from his own investigation.
That showed that he was in the files, and that he would be shocked if there was anything pertaining to President Trump that was negative, that the Biden administration wouldn't have leaked out prior to the presidential election.
Because that does seem like a thing, because a lot of people are saying that if there's anything negative in there for Trump, then the Democrats would have leaked it out. They're not going to do that because now that Trump has won the administration, because there wasn't a guarantee that he would lose, even if that stuff leaked, that he would just do the same to them. So they're still on even playing fields.
Look, no big surprises from Bill Barr, and we always anticipated that he had very limited information about what is in these files. And so, the pressure still is on, Pamela, for these files to be turned over to the Republicans there who have subpoenaed it, and also for the public eventually perhaps to see some of this.
It struck me who isn't on the list for subpoenas, and that would be Alex Acosta, right? He was the former federal prosecutor who struck that sweetheart deal for Jeffrey Epstein back in 2008, who was in the first Trump administration, right?
Right. He was the labor secretary under the Trump administration, but you do have a number of people like Merrick Garland, the former attorney general. You have Jim Comey, the FBI director, who is overseeing some of this early part of this investigation. Hillary and Bill Clinton are also on the list of people to be deposed. And it's not clear where this is going and what they expect to get from this. We do know, Pamela, that in the last few days, FBI agents who spent weeks going through those files in the Epstein investigation, they were told to make sure everything was saved because it appears in preparation for these documents to be turned over to the House that has subpoenaed them.
So is the expectation to the House Oversight Committee, of course.
I mean, even if they get their hands on these documents, there still might be a chance they don't release them.
To that period of time, the mid-1990s, where he was.
That's not gonna make worth a video. Too much talk, not enough do. I want to see these people get arrested, man. I want to see these people go to jail. Let's put them in jail. Let me use the bathroom real quick, and then we got to keep watching. Okay, we back. So this is that stabbing that happened at Walmart. Apparently, I don't think I remember this too well.
Backpack sneaks up on his first victim, the woman in black. He appears to throw her to the ground, then chase another customer. Authorities say it was just the start of last month's stabbing spree at a Michigan Walmart. The 360-degree video paused and rotated by authorities in Traverse City. The next target, this man in blue. The suspect, identified as 42-year-old Bradford Gilly, then appears to jab his right hand at that man in the jacket who goes...
You know how hard it is to stab somebody? Like, he's either going to have, like, a damn near perfect, like, hair-sized blade, or bro's just angry and crazy. We need to put this fucker in a padded room if he's alive, and make sure that he never sees the light of day again.
Flying.
It
Moments
amazes
later,
me.
you see Gilly run left into the pharmacy before appearing to stab someone in frozen foods.
Jesus.
This man attacked
Bro,
by
he's just going around, like, shanking random people. What the fuck?
a display.
Bro's
of
acting like this is a straight up he's flagged for PvP, so I mean, man, I'm kind of surprised. Where did this happen? If this would have happened in Texas, he'd have been a dead man, dude. There's
Exclusive
no way.
interview with NBC News. Victim Aaron Bedeau says he was shopping with his wife and 4 kids.
Yo,
when
you
he
just be rolling around in the store doing your thing, and then you just start getting shanked. Like, what the hell is that?
I thought I was being punched, and after the third one, I noticed that, okay, this isn't a punch. I'm being stabbed.
As a dad, as you're being stabbed, are you just thinking about your kids there?
Really?
Hell no, I've been thinking about, oh shit, I got stabbed. Oh, damn.
The only thing that was on my mind when I was being stabbed is like, is my wife safe and are my kids safe?
Well, think of it this way. If he's stabbing you, like the unwanted meat sack that you are, they're safe. I'm only making fun because he's alive and it looks like he's doing well. Okay. I know it's probably a traumatic experience for him, but let's try to make light of the situation. Being negative about it really isn't going to solve anything. Nice, we hit a 61 follower goal. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow.
And I knew that I was shielding them.
Gilly, moments later, seen running to the parking lot, attacking this woman from behind. Cell phone video later captured a crowd corralling Gilly.
Yes! Oh, it was this one! Oh my god, I was like, is this the one where the guy gets held up? So those two were veterans right there. The dude with the dreads, and then the other guy to his right with the right here. This guy with the cap. Not the blue one, this one right here with the brown cap. He's also a veteran. This guy has a gun.
Until authorities came, investigators say all 11 victims survived. Gillies pleaded not guilty to assault.
Ew, what the fuck? You.
And terrorism
Oh, he
charges.
must be mad because of his receding hairline. Okay, I get what's
charges. Court records show he has a history of mental health issues.
Oh, I bet. What a piece of shit.
Tonight, investigators releasing these photos.
I wonder if he has a history.
Showing blood in the pharmacy.
Man, you can't show
on
that.
breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.
Bro. So this lady got absolutely destroyed. So if you don't know what this is, Asmon covered this yesterday. This lady is trying to get, she's talking about reparations, like slavery reparations from something that happened 160 years ago. That was the last time you were able to own a slave before the amendment was placed. Was over 160 years ago. And people are still trying to get money for just being black in America, and it blows my mind. I can understand if you had property taken from you, which not a lot of people did, that were black or African American, because, I mean, most of the white people owned everything, but still, I do feel bad for them, but I do feel bad for the people that think that something that happened 160 years ago, which isn't even today, it's not happening today, still want to play the victim card. This kind of blew me away. Because when you put one of these people on a pedestal and you get somebody that is equal with the same reaction,
bro,
Jubilee posted a video titled
"It makes them shit." Let's just say
"One
that.
Black Radical versus 20 Black Conservatives," and some of the highlights went giga viral.
How you gonna solve anything if you killing each other, man? Stop it! Jesus.
1882, we prevented Chinese people from getting citizenship and even entering the country. We discriminated against.
There we go. Congress passed the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, banning Chinese laborers from entering the U.S. At the time, Chinese workers came to America to send money back to their families, and they were willing to work for low wages than Americans.
Yet they have the highest median household income. How is that possible? How come they don't complain and feel entitled consistently to beg for reparations and beg for this when they are...
You do realize that Asian Chinese people, as I want to say this right, worked for less wages, owned less, and worked harder more recently than this, than the whole, 160 years ago, back in the Confederacy,
killing each other 90% of the time. The rate that black people kill each other, according to the FBI.
Oh, young man, I'm not sure where you're...
According to the Department of Justice, the homicide victimization rate for black persons is 21.3 per 100,000 persons, was more than 6 times the rate for white persons, 3.2 per 100,000. She nope, fake, nope. I love how that's always the thing. Well, it was made by a person, so it's fake. It's fake. Oh, fake. Everything's fake. Well, then you're just going to say whatever you want whenever you want, and it doesn't matter what people put in front of you. Even if it's false.
Statistics lie all the time. So let's start there.
If it to you, but it has nothing to do about white and black. It's rich and poor. Rich people are suppressing the poor. They're doing it right now actively. Why do you think poor people pay more in taxes? It sucks being poor. It's expensive being poor. It fucking sucks.
You need to think about me as your mama. Do not talk to me in that fashion.
But everyone, whenever you're rich, you gotta pay all these monies in taxes. Your percentage of taxes while you're poor is more than a rich person's percentage that they pay in taxes. Yes, it's $100,000 in taxes, but it's not equivalent to what a poor person has to pay. If you pay, it'd be about the same as, as a poor person, I would pay $55 in taxes. As a rich person, they would pay $51 in taxes. That's what I'm referring to. It's not equivalent.
So let's check that now.
Okay. It's crazy to me. It's this is the kind of
I love how whenever someone comes up and says something that obviously counteracts what these people are saying, it's always, don't use that tone with me. Fuck off. Fuck off.
you would talk to somebody on the internet, but whenever it actually comes into like a public conversation, you realize how obnoxious and patronizing and self-defeating this type of rhetoric is.
No, your source.
Yeah, instead of sitting here trying, like, I get these commenters all the time. All the fucking time. You sit here and you try to have a conversation with them and it's always something. You could prove them wrong 7 different ways. And the best thing you can do is just remove the comment. Just remove the comment. Because you're not gonna change these people. You're not gonna convince these people. They want to believe what they want to believe, and the best thing you can do is just ignore them or remove them.
You're not able to cite is actually the truth. You're not even a black American.
He tries to be respectful and listen to
He's
other
being
people's
too
perspectives.
respectful.
With people like her, you can't do that.
We had a black president, just in case you didn't know. And
Oh,
we had
yeah.
a black
Thank you! Thank you so fucking much! Oh my God!
vice
Donald
president.
Trump.
I mean, I think she was black. They said she was black. I don't know. And you know who voted for that black man? White people. I refuse to embrace a victim mentality because that's not what our grandparents.
That's what I was trying to say as well. Bro, there's so many people, that want to embrace this victim mentality. Let it go. I was handed a shit fucking life. Okay? The sooner you relinquish your victim mentality, the better off you're going to be in life. Please. Stop it. It hurts. Like, I probably got one of the shittiest lives ever imaginable. Like, bro, you can relinquish that victim card. Put some hard work in, man. Come on.
And Harriet Tubman and those people fall for equal opportunity.
I had every reason to be a drug addict, and God only knows what else. I didn't do none of it, man. Come on.
Harriet Tubman.
Your parents birthed you. It's your decision to figure out what happens past that point.
In vain. Harriet Tubman was literally saving her family.
Using the help of white people, you fuck. You think that this lady is just able to get in and out? Oh, look, it's right there. Harriet Tubman directly rescued more than 60 people and provided assistance to dozens of others during her journeys to freedom. Harriet Tubman received help from free and enslaved African Americans and whites, including the Quakers. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a Quaker is. Like, come on, man. Anyone who's doing any kind of rescue mission like that, they're gonna have people on the inside. Not everyone agrees with what's going on. I guarantee you there are some Russian people right now that are willing to do what they shouldn't be doing against their own country to help out some Ukrainian people. Not everybody is okay with what is going on. But you're so ready to condemn everybody. Oh.
From slavery.
Yeah. You know who helped her? White people.
Man, fucking got him.
No, you know who helped her?
God.
She goes, no.
This guy knows what he's talking about. I love seeing this. This is a conversation right here. He is shutting that shit down.
No.
And
people who benefit from white supremacy.
So people who helped Harriet Tubman to rescue slaves did it because they benefited from white supremacy.
How does that make any sense? Do you understand what you just said? I just lost brain cells from the amount of stupidity that just poured out of her mouth. It hurt me in a way I didn't know was possible. Oh.
Damn, bro, you gotta put your brain in the microwave.
I'm sure when they were saving people's lives, it was white supremacy. Guys, did you know that whenever I was going into burning buildings and saving people of any kind of culture, that it was because of white supremacy? Whoa!
Figure that one out.
Black culture is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black culture.
I agree with that. I do. When you're raised holding the victim card, told you're the victim, said that you'll never amount to anything because you're a victim, told to steal because you're a victim, like, that is toxic as fuck. Get rid of that card.
Stop. No. And this is the thing is like, this guy is completely equipped to handle her in a way that the previous guy, he was too reasonable.
You know why? Because this has to happen so often. Whenever you've got people that that have actually made it somewhere, not using this victim card, using what little tools they have, and they make it. Or maybe not. Maybe they just understand and have a better stance on what they know than some of these idiots that just play this victim card all the fucking time. I was raised in the same fucking community. Come on, man.
This guy's dealt with bitches like this before.
Black people
go, no.
She's not gonna last because they gonna kick her ass up out of there. A member of the Religious Society of Friends is part of a Christian group that emphasizes the guidance of the Holy Spirit and rejects formal rites and ordained ministry. Huh, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. Close that one out as well. Hold on. Did I see something? I didn't think he did. Okay, that's fine. Okay.
Welcome back to the greatest goddamn channel on YouTube. If you're new here,
check out Tectone. Give him a like. Subscribe to his channel. He's a good guy, guys.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and turn the bell on for all notifications, where I will make sure to keep you guys up to date on all of the streamer
pull my nerd card out.
That happens. That way you guys don't have to go on Twitter. I will do that for you. We have some very fun things to talk about here today. First off, Hassan is calling out Asmongold, clearly because he misses his long, stinky, dry-aged cock resting inside of his mouth. Bro cannot stop talking about it.
What the fuck, Tectone?
This fucking guy, and I love it. It gives me more content to talk about. I have not seen any of these clips. We're first time watching. Let's get into it.
I know that there's a lot of people who started watching me when they were like 12. I know that. And
you think that people watched you when you were 12? No.
No. I've noticed that a lot of people, depending on the content they make. Now, I know that it's probably changed in the past like 10 years, but a lot of the content that they make determines their audience. Like, because of the content that I make, it's going to be like older people. It just is.
No one watched you when they were fucking 12.
Depending on the games that you play determines your audience as well.
Okay, they watched you.
If someone played Roblox or Minecraft, you'd probably have a way younger audience than if you played Metal Gear Solid. You'd have an older audience, people that grew up with it.
When they turned like 17, 18, because their girlfriend said, oh, Hassan's my favorite streamer. Because they're all a bunch of fucking woke feminists, right? And their slave boyfriends who can't do any better have to suffer through watching this mindless fucking slop and become radicalized woke lefties. Otherwise,
Jesus,
they won't get head from their girlfriend that day.
And they just like grew up watching me.
You don't do anything else besides politics, man, because you're not entertaining enough. Which is actually insane, because I heard Destiny say that you were entertaining.
How's it going? Sorry about that.
That's one of the worst takes from Destiny I've ever
heard. Labot,
which is good. I think.
Lol Bait Gaming. Hi, how's it going?
I know what that environment looks like.
I do see the chat. I just keep
12-year-old fucking learning.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really get that many people over in what's it called? Toilet Bait Gaming. How's it going, Toilet Bait? I hope. Sorry about that. Sorry. Did not see you. There we go. Hopefully, oh, there we go. It's fine. Sorry, I'm really sorry about that. I don't really get a whole lot of chit-chatters on, Twitch, so I typically accidentally overlook it quite a bit, and I'm really sorry. I do apologize for that. I do know that that's probably really annoying. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing today?
Gold or some shit.
Do you know how much better it would be?
Sure. Depends on who actually made the video, but I'll take a look at it and see. I just got a strike taken off my channel. I don't want another one. So depending on the person who made it, it may be a yes or a no. Otherwise, I'll probably have to send them an email off stream later and see if I can actually react to it. But yes, I'm definitely taking links. Just drop the link down in the Discord. And I'll look at it probably on stream and see if I can.
learn their
I
politics.
might react to it today, even.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Depends on the creator.
Even better, and I want to make this very clear. It would be even better for them to learn politics from me than it would be learning politics from Hassan. And let me tell you why that is. When you're going to a news source that is reliant on pushing one side, because that is the side that they're on, and they rely on that side's support, you are going to get a disingenuous take. Waiting to talk about.
See, what really bothers me is a lot of these left and right people, they don't ever want to find the mid ground where some topics that the left talk about are good and some of them are bad. Some topics that the right talks about are good and some of them are bad. Why is it that it has to be far left or far right? Why can't it be the middle? Why does it have to be political at all? Can't you just look at a topic and be like, that's wrong? Or look at a topic and say, that's right. Why does it have to be far leaning on either side? Why can't you just be right? Why does it have to be like laced in what feels like cancer with every topic? It's so stupid.
This all day. Summoner's War's next collaboration with the legendary fighting game Tekken 8. If you don't know Summoner's War, that is where I actually got started as my YouTube channel 6.5 years ago, and I feel like it's one of the best gacha games. Battle prep screen, you'll feel the Tekken 8 vibes. Combat play. Okay, because when people have things riding on the line, they are going to force things that aren't true in order to get you on the side that they are in order to bolster their views and bolster their incomes. And this is why a lot of
that's kind of what's going, that's what they tried to say was going on with Ethan before he started suing everybody. And now iDubbbz is just fucking belly up and everything's in turmoil. Like, it's kind of more obvious than you think whenever somebody is pushing a narrative that is obviously wrong. Because you can't back it with logic. They can't back anything with logic. All they can do, like Hassan does, is flip to a different topic to find, like, he just automatically flips to a different topic in general. That's the reason why Ethan was able to tear his asshole up whenever he did the podcast with him.
People hate centralists is because they understand that they aren't going to be as biased as a far leftist or a far right. Okay, I'm not going to go to a content creator where all they do is politics, especially if they heavily identify with one side, due to the fact that I know for the benefit of their career, they're going to continue to push the.
Well, you could drop it in Discord, and I'll take a look at it. I can't promise that I'll react to it, though.
And that's why I don't believe in that shit. That's also why, to be completely honest, guys,
unless it's your content, that's different.
What's happening in Israel and Palestine. And the reason why that is because unless I'm there, I'm not really going to know what's actually going on, because you never know what media site is pushing what narrative, what the left's pushing, what the right's pushing, and finding an unbiased media source is like fucking impossible. So if the issue doesn't involve me, if I don't have any way to actually know what's going on objectively, I try very hard to stay away from it, because I don't like speaking without assurance that I know what I'm talking about. It's a big change, I know. I used to not be this way. But I currently am having to feel very confident in what I'm saying in order to say it, which is very different from how I used to operate from. And I think a lot of newscasters do a lot of like field crafting rather than reporting on what's actually happening, which really worries me about consuming a certain side of politics. So it's difficult. Anyways, that's where I'm at.
You know what I mean? That's like, well, devastating.
I don't know about
you're just getting one-shotted from the jump.
This doesn't really fit any of the flow that I've had so far.
You're coming into an environment where you're just like, I am going to learn everything on
I typically only react to stuff that's like
this. Yes, the guy who supports terrorism. This is why I love watching Hassan's clips, because every single time Hassan brings up Asmongold's name,
I've done that before.
I'm going to have his back every single time.
Like
I know Asmongold's
animated,
he's a very busy man. He has a lot of Elden Ring. Asmongold doesn't rely on politics to succeed. Hassan does, which leads me to believe that he'll become more disingenuous with his takes the more he has an audience that he has to cater to.
A bit much.
Does that make sense?
New kids in corporate settings are talking like that, chatter. It's insane, law. Yeah, you got spawn camp. It's over.
I'll react to like maybe some of the like some YouTube shorts or something to do with like what Tectone and Asmon and Penguins talk about, like maybe like a flight attendant that went crazy on a flight or something, or a police chase or something of that nature. That's usually what I kind of, or like AI generated content, like Bigfoot vlogs and stuff like that. That's usually what I lean more towards.
You have to.
That makes
you
any
have to
sense?
hit a reset. It's over. You took L after L from the start.
What's crazy is Hassan talks about Asmongold spawn camping.
I typically am not too worried about Twitch because I'm monetized on YouTube, and most of my viewership's coming from YouTube. Like Twitch is a nice little way to like spread my legs and let myself fly. And I have the 10-minute thing on there because I kept getting a bunch of people coming in trying to offer me stuff and just dropping random stuff in the chat. So if you want to stick around and actually watch the stream, then this is the place for you. But if you're trying to put one over or try to sell me something, then you're gonna have a hard time. So that's the reason why it is like that. I've been streaming on and off since 2016, so I just recently, within the past year or so, started taking it a little bit more serious. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m., probably around like to 11:30 to noonish. And then after that, I get off and I clip out all my content. I do everything in-house, baby. It's just me here. I upload, like, yesterday I uploaded 14 videos to YouTube off the stream. I upload to Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. I do it all right here.
From the guy who's attempting to, and I shit you not.
We play games sometimes. We do a little bit of everything.
Groom young children into pushing his side more. This is a direct quote, by the way. Hassan reveals he's been trying to mentor Dean Withers and Harry Sisson. Told them to do less debates and become more leftist. I shit you not. Hassan.
Isn't that what Tectone did, though? I feel like Tectone did that. He did that. He actually called somebody on his stream and said he needs to be more extreme. What?
Has admitted publicly that he is grooming people to being leftist extremists. Which is fucking insane. If
Okay,
you're
that's
why
definitely different.
Guy is so fucking gay. Well, here's a great quote by a man who will go unnamed. Imagine you're in a faggot competition and this is your opponent. Yeah.
Bro, you can't say that, dude. You can't say that word. Come on,
Challenge
Tectone.
impossible. You are going to get obliterated.
I actually want to get some monetization out of this video, man. You're killing me.
Well, here's his.
No, I'll just demonetize it so that way
this shit
it
is
gets
insane.
views. I don't really
Like
care.
you have these news articles, unironically, trying to make
He's got so many. How does he have so many pictures of him being, like, weird? Because there was the recent one that went viral of him, like, sitting in a bathtub.
Guy a messiah. It is insane.
Stuff. Something from YouTube. Watch. Not known very well. I mean, how many views does this have? It's known well enough with 15,000 viewers. There's 15,400. I'm sorry, 15 million subbers to this channel. It's known well enough. Hell, they're making a lot of money with 71 million views on this. Shit, I got 50,000 subs, man. They killing it. I think the most that I was removing a comment that someone had done. They had cursing in it, and I was like, dude, you can't curse in the comments. I don't care what you say, you just can't curse. It's against TOS, damn it. No, you good. Give something a chance. Could be fun, but it's up to you. I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably not gonna react to it. Because I typically like to clip out, or like whatever I react to, I take a video out of it, and I can't react to something that long because it's gonna be like a 30-minute video, and since I'm such a small YouTuber, no one's gonna watch it.
To me, bro. It is absolutely fucking insane.
Thanks for the tip, though.
Oh, bro.
I'm never gonna knock that.
More
That's for sure.
radicalized far left. That's the way to get views. Literally,
this is going nowhere. This one's boring. I thought.
Admitting that
I thought he was
video games.
supposed to be
I think video games
crashing
are
out on-
inherently bad for the majority. Great guy.
What do you think about
All right, so now Asmon bitch again because he's too lazy to get up and fucking.
This ain't going nowhere. Remove. Okay. Let's see. We got this. Actually, let's do this one.
Hard following the Jeff Nippard controversy, where he talked about this creator by the name of Hussein, who's not underneath steroids, where I have been saying multiple times.
There's so many content creators that make their, like, there's so many content creators that are buff and they claim that they don't use steroids and stuff. Brother, I can tell you what natural muscles look like because I used to have them in high school. A lot of these guys that are so buff they can't even reach the back of their fucking, they can't reach their shoulder blade from like behind or like near their shoulder blade. It's so fake. You're not fooling anybody. That most recent one that had come out, that the guy that would eat that raw meat, what's his name? What is the name of the YouTuber or TikToker that used to eat the raw meat? Liver King. Liver King used to eat the raw meat, and he marketed pills that were like ground up raw meat products, right? And then come to find out, obviously he was using supplements that, like, the estimated total of the amount of supplements that he would use would be in upwards of like $5,000 to $7,000 a month on supplements that he would use, not like roids and stuff like that.
Very obvious.
And he lost like a solid majority of his viewership because of that, because he had lied to everybody and said that he was natural.
That
it's
this
such
guy
a
is
stupid
underneath
thing.
the ability or underneath the effects of steroids. Nobody can put on 50 pounds of lean mass in a year and a half of training with a broom and a ladder from coming from anorexia.
Yep.
Nobody can do that shit. He kept on doubling down, which I said is most likely due to him having too much good faith in his friends, Hussein being one of them. The other black guy will be exposed later as well. But apparently, they just admitted about lying the entire thing, and I think they just might have fucked Jeff Nippard's reputation forever.
So, we're coming clean. I don't know how else to start off this video. This was a really hard one to do, honestly, which is why I have Greg here with me to help me, navigate this, explain everything to you guys, explain this whole drama, explain what I've done, and what I regret doing.
I don't really know anything about Greg Doucette at all, but I know a lot of fitness creators, and just to be completely honest, I have never heard, I've heard good things about him from casual viewers. I've only heard bad things about him from fitness creators. So I don't really know I don't really know who this guy is, but I've only heard.
Yeah, it's that whole alpha male mentality. You can't really go based on what fitness creators do, because they all have this mentality that they've got, like, they're the main character, that main character syndrome. Whenever you walk into some place and everyone is supposed to just look at you, they've all kind of got that going on. I mean, it tends to happen when you're all roided out of your brain.
Heard bad things from the people who know him. So other than that, I don't really know. But I mean, if you like the guy, great. But yeah, no idea.
Yeah, and so I just wanted to be here to explain exactly the science of everything that went down, and just say that, HLT
like his muscles, I could see those being real. I had these veins whenever I was in high school. Like this vein that cut down, dude. I would do like one pump and my vein would just be just ripped out of my fucking mind. I could see him being natural. I don't know about him.
We still support Hussein, despite the fact that he lied in the past. And so, I'm just going to let him explain everything that he's done, and I'm here to support.
So you guys have probably seen my transformation, and the steroids accusations around it, and rightfully so. And
oh yeah, dude, there's no way.
Everything was planned from day one. I decided to.
Like, it took me almost 2 years to get a tiny bump of ab, and I was practically starving to death from couch hopping during high school. So there's just no way, dude. I'm sorry.
It was a small cycle, 300 EQ, 300 tests, 300 mastrone, a little bit of Anavar and MK as
Jesus fucking Christ.
well. And I did this for 16 months. I planned everything all along because I knew I was going to, Greg was going to make a video on me at some point. So as soon as it was the 16-month line, I hopped off and, reached out to Greg a couple months later. So it doesn't show on the blood work essentially. So you can.
So these people are so sociopathic that they decided to throw Jeff Nippard underneath the bus for 200,000 views, so Andrew Hussein could get a couple of views by lying about lying. And what everybody knew, which was he got on gear and then he hopped off gear because he knew he would be invited and get opportunities in the fitness industry. This is going to cause so much paranoia for actual natties who are being accused of using steroids. Okay, listen up, gamers. This video is sponsored by Echo Apocalypse. Correct.
Jesus.
The top damage here while she's featured. Get her now. And unlock storyline. This might be the most sociopathic video I have ever seen. This is crazy.
So I guess, let me break this down for you. So he had his own fitness journey that he did, where he used a bunch of performance, not like PP pills, but like performance enhancing drugs like roids for I think a year and a half. I think that's what he said, or a year and some change. And he got off of them, and then he got in contact with this guy so that way nothing would show up on blood work. Just to give you like a base rundown of what he said if you're still having trouble understanding it. Because I get if
this is actually,
because like both of these people, all three of these people are using language that is like just use plain English, damn it. Seriously.
So much worse how they just lay it out like this.
Can you explain to them, obviously?
I actually feel horrible for Jeff. It was so obvious to everybody, but I think he really got played by people who he had good faith in. I think this is horrible, bro.
I mean, like, you could have good faith in whoever you want, but at the end of the day, if you inject in yourself with stuff to make you look and feel stronger, it's still your choice. You can't blame anyone else around you other than yourself, because you know you're going to get called out for roids. It happens all the time. When people are like, oh, I'm natural, and then they come to find out something leaks, and they ain't natural. That's what happened to the Liver King.
I actually think this is fucking horrible.
Yeah, and so my first question when he told me all this, I mean, obviously I was shocked. I didn't expect it, but because I was thinking, how on earth did you manage to keep all your gains when cycling up? Because most people that use steroids, they stop, they lose a ton of muscle. Like, trust me.
I ever watched on Twitch have never seen murder drones, and I follow over 100 people, and no one has. Everyone they gave the first pilot videos, liked it, and literally here a whole chat knows it for some reason. That's funny. That's kind of crazy. I can see why people know it. Like, it does have a lot of views. It's probably really good, but it's just not, it's not the style of content that I do. I'll probably check it out after the stream.
If you go on steroids and you go off, typically you lose a lot of muscle. And he would say, oh, it wasn't that much. 300 tests and 300 this. It's 900 milligrams a week to start on day one, plus MK677 and Anavar. It's not like a pro cycle, but it is a frigging lot. And it explains all the muscle that he put on. And so, I mean, clearly you can see why. Now, I didn't know how he kept his gains, but then the scientific snitch, she actually called me on the phone. I had the message. I'm not going to play her message, but she explained how there's certain polymorphisms that allow you to build a lot of muscle despite having a skinnier type physique to start with. And so you look at his before, it wasn't like he was huge. It wasn't like he had a myostatin deficiency, which a lot of people think that Julian had. Who knows? Maybe he has, who knows? But this polymorphism, what it does is...
The black dude's on steroids too, man. They were both on steroids. It's incredibly obvious to anyone who just thinks about it for 5 seconds. Stop believing these people just because you know them.
Yeah. Well, like, it's not even that they know them, it's that they think they know them. That's what really gets a lot of these viewers in trouble, is that they think that they know the person that they're watching. And this whole mentality of, well, you're not original, you're not genuine. Dude, you don't fucking know that unless you've stayed with them. And it's just like whenever you move in with a partner, you don't know how they really are until you move in with them and you live with them. You don't know anything about them. Stop sitting here acting like you do. It's weird. Seriously. It's weird.
Muscle, and despite being off of said steroids, you managed to keep almost all of the gains, because most people, they could lose half. And so if you were to copy what he did exactly, chances are you would probably lose half your gains. Your balls get smaller, your testosterone production goes down, and then you lose a lot of the gains while your body's trying to recover. And if you use Tren, for example, you're going to probably be shut down for 6 months or even more. And so that was what was really shocking, but I wasn't aware of this certain polymorphism. She's like, you could actually test him for this, but it costs a shit ton of money. And like, well, we don't need to test him.
I couldn't afford it.
Maybe it's not 1 in a million, which is the joke, but it's very rare. And so you can't just copy what he did. But what it shows is that you guys were all right from day one. Now remember, I didn't plan this. You guys are blaming it on me, blaming Jeff Nippard that we colluded. He planned this all from day one to go on gear for 16 months and then go off. And he managed to
Bro's trying to jump ship, and this guy's ruined his reputation. He's trying to make sure he doesn't ruin his too.
in the sense of being
Bro doesn't care. He's like, nah, dude. I don't blame him either. I'd do the same thing. I'd be like, dude, you're either going to come forward with this or you're out. Like,
your cycle, and I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. Hopefully,
that's
when I'm like,
great. I love it.
180.
Yeah, like, who knows? This polymorphism, I can remember she was like A113. You can ask the snitch. She knows more about it than I do.
This is actually so lame, bro.
I'm just here to give a little more context as an unbiased third party. I cannot say whether someone is natural or not, and honestly, I don't care. Both of your parents give you a copy of the DNA instruction manual, but it's possible to...
Okay, well, you should fucking care who's natty or not. If they don't disclose lives, a lot of people's important is that they disclose that fact, because there are people looking to these people for motivation, for help, to get out of their shitty
exactly.
situation.
I guess that's really the main problem with it, is whenever you look to somebody for advice on what they should be eating, how much of things they should be eating, workout tips, and they're not seeing the same results. And in some cases, they're getting fatter because their body's not burning the calories the way someone on roids is. That's a problem. It's a health problem. Like, you could really mess somebody up giving them the wrong advice like that.
So when you have people like Hussein saying, all you need is a fucking ladder and a broom and you can train in your house. Well, unfortunately, he also found the fact that he's taking 900 milligrams of testosterone weekly.
Two copies of one or both of
Man,
these
that
two brands
testosterone, from what I've heard, makes you feel good.
and be significantly more genetically blessed to build muscle.
Yo, I have seen people lose weight. Like, for example, someone that I watch, Cinnamon Toast Ken, he's always been kind of a bear. He has like 4 kids. Bro's been chunky for as long as I can remember. He said that he just kept feeling bad and kept feeling bad. He got a whole bunch of blood work done, and he got back results saying he has low testosterone. He got on that testosterone, bro. He lost his weight so fast. He said he lost his weight within a matter of like 2 weeks because of how low his testosterone was. I think testosterone has a huge play in your weight gain and loss. It really does.
Likely, you just managed.
Nah, straight up. Like, I'm not supporting this dude. Absolutely fucking not. This guy is a grade A piece of shit. I hope he loses everything.
That's pretty much what I said.
Completely fucked over Jeff Nippard. This shit makes me unironically so mad. What a fraudulent piece of shit.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. It's not the best whenever you just sit there and lie to everybody like that. It just makes you a piece of shit. And then you brought down another content creator on top of that. Like, it's hard out in this rough and tumble West whenever you first start and just have some piece of shit like that bring you down. Seriously, dude, it's crap.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thanks so much, Mr. President.
He said it.
If I can, first of all, thank you for
So, he already talked with Russia. Now he's talking with, Zelensky.
And thank you very much for your efforts.
Supposedly, these talks are going well. In fact, they're going so well that they're hoping that this war could finally be over. Supposedly.
First to stop killing. Thank you.
As you listen to Russia and Ukraine, which side has the better cards?
Well, I don't want to say that. I'm just.
I mean, Russia has the better cards. They have nukes. I'm just saying. But I do still believe, and I've said this before, that if the Ukrainian people want to give up land to Russia, that should be their decision. Not taking pressure from other countries. I will stand by that.
They're actually baiting him so hard.
Because at the end of the day, if the Ukraine doesn't want to give up land, they have other people besides the U.S. that will back them. They just got to be ready for quite one hell of a war.
They really want him to do it again.
This isn't my war. This is Joe Biden's war. He's the one that.
Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Had a lot to do with this happening, and we want to get it ended.
President Zelensky, are you prepared to keep sending Ukrainian troops to their deaths for another couple years? Or
holy shit, man! You were gonna ask that on national television, you asshole? Good lord!
are you?
Bro, this guy's questions are crazy.
That is insanity.
So, first of all,
thank you for your question. Yeah, right.
And we supported the idea.
Bro, like, there's no way. If I was Zelensky, I'd have gotten up and slapped the shit. Say that again? Pop!
This is of personally of President Trump to stop this war.
Him on his forehead, dude.
Diplomatic way of finishing this war. I think this
That's
is
good because I remember last time I think he said he wasn't on board with that. Like he didn't want to do that. Yeah, I could see this actually getting resolved at this point.
President Zelensky, you look fabulous in that suit. I said the same.
It's because people before, whenever Zelensky visited last time, he wasn't in a tuxedo. He wore like normal clothing, and they grilled him big time. I'm not gonna lie, if I was gonna wear a suit, I'd wear something like this. That's nice.
The same thing. Yeah, looks good. That's the one that attacked you last time. See, now I remember that. I apologize.
Oh, is that the same reporter that did it last time?
You look wonderful.
So the same guy that was talking shit about not wearing the suit next time, now they're happy that he's wearing the suit.
That's
oh my,
hilarious.
he actually looks good in it. He does. He does. Things are looking like this could actually get resolved.
Upon peace, God willing we get peace, are you open to holding an election in your country?
Oh.
Yes, of course. We are open for
A lot of people, okay, so there's a reason for that question. They're saying, they think that the reason why Zelensky doesn't want the war to end is because in his country, if you're in wartime, there is no election process to elect the next president. It is on hold until either the war ends or there's like an extended peace or something, typically.
election, yes.
During the war, you can't have elections. So let me just say 3.5 years from now. So you mean if we happen to be in a war with somebody?
Why does that look like a tape?
No more elections.
What is going on?
Oh, that's good. I wonder what the...
He just says that on national television. I love it. Oof. Oof.
The N-word. You know what the N-word is? It's
nuclear.
No.
Fucking say this. Exploit learned. I guess so, guys.
That's crazy.
Okay, so
he
the
just
call
straight
that
up
we
says
got
it
said
too.
that
He
there
doesn't even care. I didn't think he was gonna sit there and say that. Wait, where did he go? I don't think. Hold on, wait. Boom Morphed again hasn't uploaded anything, dude. It stinks. It's a stinker. Where is... Did we get a new video? Oh, crap.
Okay, so
Dude, is it the full... Oh my god, boys, it's the full video. It's the full video.
This was crazy.
Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Might not be able to get to that one today. I didn't see that before. Go back. Where is... Here we go. We're gonna look at this one real quick. Then we're gonna swing back to that one.
Asked anybody.
So there is collective shout now that they're facing huge amounts of backlash. Are now trying to advocate for people going to jail. To give you an idea, they are trying to arrest people now who are harassing them and are okay with what's going on with the games. Hopefully, we could put these losers in their place continuously. Because remember, boys, if they're advocating for the law to get involved, they're losing. If it bleeds, we can kill it. The Council of Karens is trying to break us. We will not falter.
Shit about them. Remember that group of annoying ass bitches in Australia that tried to get video games, like Steam, to get rid of video games because they were fucking bored? Well, they've been getting a little bit of pushback, and now they want gamers arrested. Big surprise, huh? Collective shout? Yes. Collective Karens.
You're a gamer. You play games.
Yep.
So what if a
collective retards
of people decided that your hobby was a crime? What if they wanted to use police, even international police, to come after you just for disagreeing with them? That's not a joke. It's happening right now, and it's all thanks to a group called Collective Shout, who are trying to get anyone who stands against them arrested.
That's
Meet
right.
Collective Shout, an Australian group that
And by the
decided...
way,
Look at that group of fucking Karens, boys. Look
This
at
won't
that.
work. The more that you get upset, the more that people will want to bully and attack you.
Yep.
It's
the pecking order. They seeing you bleeding, now they're gonna peck you to death.
Something like I think that a lot of these people, generally, I think that especially certain types of women on the internet assume that playing the victim will just get people to defend them.
That doesn't work anymore. Yo, I mean, you saw it with that interview with the black dude and that black lady that was trying to play the victim card. You notice how quick everyone, if you go and look up that clip on Twitter and stuff, how everyone is immediately calling her a victim? That it is not working anymore. The past 4 years have been a wake-up call to this nonsense. People are not falling for it anymore. They're done with this mentality. Because it's disgusting and it's manipulative and it's emotional. It's fucking crap.
And to a certain extent, it will.
These people.
But what I don't think that they understand is that it also means that you're bleeding.
Yep.
That's
exactly what I said.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. As soon as people realize that they can get to you,
zip you down there,
and you show that it gets to you, you're done. You're cooked. Yep. Bully logic. Yep. Exactly. It's afraid. Yes.
They didn't like some of the games on platforms like Steam and itch.io.
Exactly.
So what did they do after Gaben wouldn't listen to their complaints? They went after the money. They sent a letter to major payment companies like PayPal and MasterCard.
So you have to keep in mind that Trump also passed a law that makes debanking illegal in the U.S. now. It's a federal thing. You can no longer debank because you think that it's a brand risk. Now, I feel like Visa and MasterCard were doing this regardless of their banking establishments. They were doing it and blaming the banks because they knew the banks weren't going to get involved with this. The issue is that if we want this to really change, we're going to have to keep pushing for legislation to go through these damn MasterCard and Visa debit cards, or they're going to have to get the fuck out. Period. I could already see a new type of payment coming out for gaming just to get around this, and I guarantee you it will be way more successful than Visa and MasterCard.
Demanding they stop working with these game stores. Their argument was that some of the games had extreme content.
To give you an idea of how much of a bulldoze this is over Collective Shout, they had a petition signed for like 1,000 people and were calling the Visa and MasterCard centers, customer service, daily. Now, the gamers have been blowing that the call centers up with 20,000 calls daily to Visa and MasterCard. So much so that the call center people are now just hanging up whenever they figure out what it's for.
As illegal in that it should be removed. The thing is, it worked. The payment companies...
And you have to keep this in mind that whenever a place like Visa and MasterCard, not a lot of people know this, they use third-party telephone providers to do these calls. So it's not just Visa and MasterCard that they're taking calls for, it's a wide range of different organizations. So, and they get charged based on their call volume. So the more you call these centers, the more it's going to cost Visa and MasterCard. Not a lot of people know that. That's a little tip from me to you.
Gave in. They told the game
it's
stores
worked previously with other things too. Large groups of bored middle-aged women that have lingering resentment towards men because their husband doesn't like them anymore because they're fat are probably the greatest threat to Western society that we have right now.
I agree.
They're worse than Hamas. They're worse than Russia. They're worse than, any like African warlord. They're worse than MS-13. They are the prime evil.
Clean up their act, or they would lose service. The game platforms removed thousands of titles to make sure that they fell in line with these financial companies' rules. This response not only hurt the players of these games, it also caused financial damage to real people, including the thousands of developers who spent countless hours on the art and game development.
Of course.
It wasn't only that, though. One of PayPal's largest acquiring banks terminated its service with Steam in every currency other than 6.
That's
right. Now it's no longer...
Steam is banned from PayPal. You can no longer use PayPal on Steam.
Just about adult games. Nearly every single person on the platform is now directly affected. Also, when a bank terminates its service with a merchant, they report it to the match list. We covered it in our previous video, but it's a secret confidential list that top banks and financial companies like MasterCard and Visa use to monitor risky merchants. Imagine
so why don't they just, can't you just use that as evidence for an antitrust lawsuit?
Oh yeah, you totally could.
Because in my opinion, like the big problem that I think we have with a lot of these people doing stuff like this is that they get away with it.
Yeah.
That's the big issue. It's that
I think whenever this flack settles and there's new laws in place that prevent this, Steam should sue the shit out of PayPal.
And not only do they get away with it, but in the...
It's crazy. So there's like a backstory black market where you can blacklist, like a bank, if they debank you, they can blacklist you into that, and then every other bank in your area can look at that list, and if your name is on it, you can't get a bank in that area. Or for that matter, probably in the whole damn state, in the whole damn country.
Limited times that they don't.
That's
all
disgusting.
They get is a fine. That's the problem. Not framing the game as illegal. The games are illegal in Australia. They wanted illegal games to not be sold in Australia. Well, that's up to Steam.
As a big red flag or a warning telling other banks not to work
That's
with Valve.
the government.
Although the match list
that's the government's decision. It's not their decision.
Database is kept extremely private. The fact a bank has terminated service with Valve means they are highly likely to be on this blacklist.
Yep.
After they should make these blacklists illegal. It's
Absolutely.
obvious
This is
cartel behavior.
disgusting.
Everybody knows it.
Well, it's kind of crazy because as of like the debanking thing, they really can't use that anymore.
They'll regret using their real names too. I think that they already have.
Oh, they are. They are using their real... What a bunch of idiots.
Collective Shout couldn't stop talking about the situation. You'd think a group that got what it wanted would move on to bigger things.
Yeah,
but of course...
that's the problem with all these groups. They're always going to aim for bigger and better prey.
This group doesn't actually care about...
Up next is Grand Theft Auto. I guarantee you. You think I'm crazy? They've already tried.
Anyone other than removing content they don't like. To defend their actions, Collective Show has been trying to paint these games as highly illegal to larger organizations that have little understanding of gaming, like a United Nations Special Rapporteur. A UN Rapporteur are independent human rights experts who simply investigate and advise on issues. The fact that Collective Show is trying to get
another Karen apparatus, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like
Karens
a
calling to
nesting doll
Karens.
of groups of Karens trying to stop people from doing things that they disagree with.
It's a Karen stampede,
What a pathetic
boys.
state of things to be in, huh? What the fuck is a human rights expert? It's a call to Karen. That's it.
Yeah.
On
That's
their
about
side,
right.
So they're actively working to legitimize their claims to a wider non-gaming audience. And now, they found a partner in a report from a group called the Online Hate Prevention Institute. This report, which sides with Collective Shout, is just saying why they think this censorship is so good and framing the pushback from gamers as a hateful, misogynistic campaign.
This is
But
so
be
stupid.
careful what you wish for. Because you might actually, in fact, be right.
I was
The
going to
most
say,
interesting part
like,
is when you reach the bottom conclusion.
the issue isn't that these people exist. It's not that they could be right, sure. But at the end of the day, there's more gamers that are willing to fight for their freedom than there are Karens willing to get stampeded by the gamers.
The
'Cause
Online
that's what's
Hate
going to
Prevention
happen.
Institute
That's
has
absolutely
been
what's
shocked
going
by
to
both
happen.
the extreme nature and volume of the content we have seen attacking Collective Shout. The
I
woman
think this is going to be the big difference between like what happened in 2014 and what happened now, what's happening now, is that I think that a lot of the emotional manipulation doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
And what happens now is that I think a lot of people are like, if you want to be the victim, good. I'm going to make you the victim.
Yep.
Like that's the way that I think a lot of people on the internet think now. Whereas back in the Gamergate days, it was much more about winning the argument, explaining to people why they're wrong. I think that's changed. I think people are tired of
I think
playing
he's
nice,
right.
and that's.
And I look forward to watching these Council of Karens burn. Because they deserve to burn. This small, collective little group of retards can't just go around and change the internet and pad the internet and make it their personal little safe area because they feel like it should be. That's not how the world works. That's not how life works. And these people need to be stopped. And with everything that's going on, they're already trying to get gamers arrested nationally, like worldwide, not necessarily nationally, but worldwide, because they feel threatened. Man, let's see that hold up in court. These people are cooked, by the way. They're cooked, they're sauteed, they're fried, they're done. They're done, and it's beautiful to see, ain't it? You're probably going to watch the whole video for this one because this one looks like it's going to be good. Let me use the bathroom. Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. I wish I had saw this one earlier.
Bro.
People are tired of these damn victim cards, man. I'm telling you, people are tired of this victim card bullshit. This mentality needs to go.
Meets reality. This is exactly what happens, false equivalence. Well, the thing is that, I mean, again, none of the Chinese people that were oppressed under, the law of 1882 exist anymore. They're all dead.
Exactly.
It's the same as every single one.
Exactly, dude. Like, everyone who owned a slave is fucking dead. Most of the actually all of the slave people that lived in that era where the laws were placed for them to be free are fucking dead now. They're all fucking dead. You people are just using this victim card constantly for any fucking thing that comes across. Like, bro, like everyone is dealing with hardship. It's not just black people. I grew up around this, and it makes no sense for you to sit here and play this victim card like every time. Everyone is dealt a bad hand at birth right now, especially nowadays. Unless you're fucking born rich, you're just fucked at birth. Doesn't matter what skin color you are. You go to the store and you paying the same amount that I am. You go get a job, you're gonna make the same amount I do.
Black person that was a victim of slavery is dead too, at least in America. There's still slavery in other places of the world, but yeah, they're all dead. This is a dead issue.
It is, and it's always gonna come up too. Always. It doesn't matter what happens. Always gonna come
anybody that's living in this is like, it's not even that at all.
There's no systemic racism that I've experienced here.
What about the Japanese who U.S. put in the camps? Yeah, exactly, and that was in the 40s too.
Yeah, that was more
to
recent.
Be fair,
even.
they did get reparations for that. And I think it's fair that they got reparations for that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a fucking house, great. Sure. But that's not going to solve the underlying problem. The underlying problem is that, like, you can't get reparations for something that didn't even happen to you. That's not how it works.
America.
What are you talking about, bitch? You just getting mad because you getting shown up on your show. That's what's going on.
It's crazy to me that, you know what this seems like to me? This is like a soundboard. It's like a soundboard of a dumb person that thinks that they're clever. It's like, this is the kind of way that you would talk to somebody on the internet, but whenever it actually comes into like a public conversation.
Oh yeah, no, like I would love for some of these dumbass commenters to get up and actually like debate with me.
Realize how obnoxious
I'd have to be more awake,
patronizing and self-defeating this type of rhetoric is. She's trying to belittle him. She's insulting. Yeah.
What's crazy is that if you put up on the board, statistics are off the board, then based on that, you've just thrown out your entire argument as well. So you understand how fucking counterintuitive that is and how stupid you sound when you say that. Like, you could use older statistics, and then the person that's got the counter argument could use newer statistics to be like, well, actually, but based on that, you've pretty much, like, what are you even up there doing now? Like, you can't even use statistics at all.
That's the reason why.
These dumbass, like, women activists as well, that are like, oh, well, women don't have the same opportunities and da-da-da-da-da-da. If you can do the work, you can get the job. By all means. We're not going to pay you the same amount for you to do half the job at half the speed. If you can do the job, you can get the money. Go get a blue-collar job. Go become a police officer. Be a firefighter. Like, I actually went to an academy with a woman, with a lady that was in the academy with me. And you know what they did? They treated her as a fucking male. If you can do the hard work and the hard labor, you could be a firefighter. They're not going to treat you any different because you're a goddamn woman. Hell no. They made her drag the fucking test dummies out of the building as well. They made her do everything that the men had to do.
There isn't systemic racism, and we have seen...
There's no way to make the argument because I said it's not true.
In very clear ways, the system operate in an organically racist way. Do not cut me off.
Don't cut you off.
And so
He's
anyway, there's another person. See, and this is the problem that people like this have, like this young care about the truth. Anything other than criticize comments, they're insane.
I want to see this guy. And you know what's crazy is you can't even use the whole, like I get the whole generational wealth base because you have a house. A lot of Americans don't have houses. A lot of them do. And you also have to realize that a lot of the people that were slaves, typically they were given the farm that they were slaves of. So they have a form of generational wealth whenever the white people that owned them originally died off. Like, a lot of the slaves that, were no longer slaves probably killed them too. Like, there were some handful, I'm sure there was. But, like, this whole, like, mentality that you still have to this day based on something that happened 160 years ago just doesn't fly today. There's way too much going on in the city here, and hear somebody complain and be a victim constantly.
Argument. Again, this is what I'm saying. Is people like this, they only think about how things sound, not what they are.
Well, no, she wants to go based on emotional extremes to make an argument instead of statistics, and pulling logic instead of emotions. And this is the reason why I think in the next 5 to 10 years, they're probably going to make women voting away, because we have all these people that sit here and listen to these newscasters, and they stretch the extreme to make it even more extreme. And then you've got these women that don't think with logic, they only think with emotion, listening to all this extremism shit, and it's completely fucking everything up. I don't advocate for it, but I can see it happening. And that being the reason based behind it.
Those who have been the descendant of slaves.
Well, our ancestors wasn't asking for handouts.
You notice, like, all these guys going up against this girl, she's trying to use emotional manipulation. And I agree with that. Like, if you ask some of these actors, like Samuel L. Jackson, they ask him all the time. Even Morgan Freeman, they ask him all the time. What makes you think? Because they always ask them the same question of, as a black African American or whatever, how difficult was it to do X, Y, and Z? And they're like, oh, this question, like it's so prominent and it's so irritating even for them. And it's like they've come out and said after they've been asked, how do you think that you can get rid of systemic racism? And they're like, stop talking about it. What about Black History Month? We don't want one. Stop talking about it. That's how you get rid of it. You can acknowledge it in the history books, leave it there. Stop doing this. It's weird. Like, it happened, like I said, it happened 160 years ago. I'm going to keep saying that too. It was 160 fucking years ago.
On racism.
No, he's right about this.
Come on.
Is that people like her that they constantly push racism shit and they constantly complain about everything. And the reason why, see, like, a lot of people don't understand the economy that this creates. The reason why people like her complain about racism is that it gets them attention and it makes people do what they want. And to the extent that they get attention and people capitulate to their demands whenever they cry about racism, well, then they're going to keep doing it because it works.
Yeah, you're right.
Instead of focusing on unity and bringing our country forward, people that have this liberal mindset are infected.
Just a minute. Where's my spider?
Oh, there he is. He moved.
Because unity means that their power structure doesn't exist anymore.
Exactly.
Their entire apparatus of influence and authority comes from grievance.
I mean, the only way that I can see, like, some parts of the country still being heavily racist without being sued, because, like, you do know it's a federal crime to be racist, right? Like, it's not a state thing. Just because you go to a different state and you go to another part of the country doesn't mean you're not federally protected to sue the shit out of somebody and get a whole bunch of money because they're being racist to you. That's why, like, the past, like, 10 to 15 years have been the best 10 to 15 years as a melting pot for the U.S. than you could ever imagine. Everyone has equal rights. Everyone can vote. Everyone can get a house. Everyone can get a job. And everyone can do anything based on sex, race, religion, color. It doesn't matter. I guess race and color, same thing. But that doesn't mean that there aren't still some people that, yes, are racist. But then you just sue the shit out of them and you get a whole bunch of money and then you're fine. Like, if they're actually racist and they're actually a type of way, just sue the fuck out of them and then you get money. Let's be honest here. That's why people, for the most part, if you're part of a company, they don't want to get sued. So they're going to do whatever it takes to make you feel like you're equal.
These people are professional problem havers. That's all they do. So they will never relinquish that because in doing so, they relinquish their power.
This liberal mindset are infecting our communities.
People.
Man.
Again.
Man.
No, you know who helped her?
God.
She goes, no, no. Every time, this is what I find is funny, is that every time somebody says something that makes, like, what she's saying just sound like bullshit, no.
No.
No. No.
No.
People who benefit from white supremacy. One of the things that we...
Wait, what?
Underground Railroad. Come on in.
Oh my God. That comment really kind of like it even made like the girl that was behind her be like, huh? So the white people that helped Harriet Tubman, move slaves to freedom, did it for white supremacy. Like that.
So
that's
people
so
who helped Harriet Tubman in the Underground Railroad to rescue slaves did it because they benefited from white supremacy.
It's so fucking. Oh, you don't even really have to say much to these people. If you can just get them worked up, they'll put themselves in their own hole. 9 times out of 10.
Damn, bro. Like,
it's like a sawn all over
again.
again.
Bro, you gotta put your brain in the microwave to figure that one out. For a while. Damn, what the fuck?
That's
I feel like it's even more equal now. I do. Instead of worrying about your skin color, they should be worried about people's wealth. I feel like, especially nowadays, it's not about race or sex. Well, I mean, maybe the sex is definitely under fire for sure. Women are currently under fire. And it's because of this extremism that they're adopting from watching all these extremist fucking news channels their entire life. All they see is the most extreme version of whatever they're a part of, and it's just not the case. But, like, especially nowadays, like, you do realize that we live in a culture where you could, in some states, go and get legally married as the same sex. You could, as any color, go and get a job. Like, you understand, like, most countries don't even have drinking water. And sure, it's not the best fucking country in the world, by far, not even remotely close. But that's pretty good. Like, that's nothing to scoff at.
Damn.
Shit, I knew a friend that was African American. He worked at Walmart with me. And he's a millionaire now because he invested in Bitcoin. And he's protected by U.S. federal law. No one can kill him and take his money. That's pretty fucking impressive. There are black actors. We had a black president. We had a black, vice president. We could have it again. Just depends on who's running and what they're running for. No one gives a shit about what color they are. No one voted for Kamala because her ideals are fucked up. If it had anything to do with, like, all the shit that happened in the past 4 years, no one wanted to be a part of that. Like, come on. It's just crazy to me.
One of the things
I came from Louisiana, like, the population is 50-50 down there, damn near. If not, like, there's probably a little bit more black people than there are white people. But we still all see ourselves the same. Like, I had more black friends growing up than I did white friends until I moved to Texas. Then that was different. But positions of power because they get lucky and win a bunch of fucking money somehow, some way, or invest in a business that blows the fuck up. So they put other people that they want to give them more money and power. It's all about money. It's not about color, goddammit. They don't give a fuck about the skin color. They care about wealth. They want more fucking money.
Their culture. Black culture is toxic.
She did not like that. She did not like that at all. Damn.
Culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that...
You think somebody making $50 million gives a flying fuck what a black dude is doing on the other side of the fucking country? Or hell, even in the same city. Fuck no, he doesn't. He's trying to figure out what fucking expensive ass restaurant he gonna eat at tonight. He don't give a fuck. Hell no. He trying to get more money.
Stop. No. No, not true. No. That's it. That's the argument. No. What do we write about this? And this is the thing is like, this guy is completely equipped to handle her in a way that the previous guy,
decimating her.
Polite, he was too reasonable. This guy's dealt with bitches like this before. He's probably dealt with somebody like this for his whole life. He knows what the boss mechanics are. Yeah, he knows how to handle this shit.
I was raised in the same neck of the woods that any normal black person would go through. I've woken up to gunshots going off. We've had bullets hit our trailer. We've had fucking shootouts on the fucking road. Don't give me this bullshit, man. I just can't. Like, most of my fucking grammar's fucked up from talking and being around as a hood rat. Straight up. Like, you can't sit here and say this.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. No, it was... Were there white people in Africa? What do you mean? Damn.
There's actually a race in Africa that will hunt down and kill albino Africans and cut their nutsacks off and cut their ears off and wear them as trophies. He's absolutely right. But if you want to sit here and bitch and complain about America, then you can just go on back to Africa.
Oh, no. No.
Video game? No.
It'd be better if you would. I'll tell you that. No, entitled loser. Yeah, exactly. And so anyway, yeah, it's real sad. It really is. Instead of bringing up the past, how about people address current ongoing issues that oppress people of color currently? Well, there's very rarely anything that actually systematically oppresses any group of people.
I agree.
It's extremely uncommon.
You'd have to be in like a small town that's completely disconnected from the outside world. There's no fucking way, dude. I'm sorry. Like, what you see in movies is just fake. And yes, you could come across some people just fucking around with each other that are like, you know, saying racial slurs towards each other. But like, sometimes they're just friends. They're just having fun. Friends, like, even Asmon admits it whenever he's off stream. He says things that he knows he would get banned for on stream. And they're just fucking around. He's like, it's not serious. It's a joke. He says he knows all kinds of racist fucking jokes and stuff. It's normal. It's okay to joke about it. Like, come on.
Of racist police officers here and there, and there's like demographic advantages. Like, for example, if a certain demographic is a lot poorer or a lot richer, they're going to have access on average to more or less.
You see what he even said it himself. He just didn't realize it. More poorer or more richer. There it is. It has nothing to do with color anymore. It's about the rich and the poor.
Legal representation, for example. But that's not really something that's based off of race. That's something that's based off of income.
Exactly.
And if you address the income thing, you solve it for all races. So there's very rarely anything that's actually negatively affecting like any specific race of people.
Maybe back in like before the 2000s era? Sure. Okay. But that's not the case now. It's not.
So yeah, slavery ended in 1865. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was. And it's all economic. Primarily it is. It is primarily economic. How many people out there do you think that think like she does? Oh, there's a lot of people that think like she does. But again, you have to understand that the reason why she thinks like she does and the reason why she advocates and talks like this is because people
Exactly. The poor are oppressing the poor and the rich are laughing at it. That's exactly what's happening. And in some instances, they want it to stay like this because they get more money. They keep people poor and they get more money because if you put somebody in jail, you get money. Our prison systems are based on how many people are incarcerated. It's big business through and through.
Up with it. Like that's the reason why. Is that being an obnoxious, annoying person like this is something that
it just so happens that some of them are white. Not all of them are white. There's some black people that are rich that would gladly see the same thing happen. You may not think it, but it's the fucking truth.
It's very popular. It's very popular, and
They
people
care more about wealth than they do equality. They don't give a fuck about equality. They'd just as easily lock up as many white people if they could.
with it. And as soon as people
it's
stop
just easier to lock up people whenever the statistic says that they killing each other. That's all.
Then it goes away. But the issue now is that people do put up with it because they're afraid to call it out.
So why is that
and
fair?
now you have people calling it out, and that's really what's changing. Do you think she believes what she's saying?
And it's true. People are tired of being censored.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're tired of being told what is and what isn't okay. Because the sooner we as poor people, because I'm fucking dirt poor myself, I've always been dirt poor. I always see myself as dirt fucking poor. When we understand what's really going on, you can address the problem. And it's not race or sex. It's rich and poor.
Yeah,
that's
for
the
sure.
fucking problem.
Another reason she thinks the way she does is because she doesn't think. Yeah, clearly. And yeah, anything that cuts someone short and deserves something based on talent and merit, race and gender is bad for society. Also happens to be
I
racist.
think that's all we need to see about that there. That was just way too good to pass up, dude. I saw the full video and I was like, nope. Go get 2 videos of this shit today, son. You get 2 videos. I don't care. That topic was too good to pass up. So apparently Meta AI is doing a little grooming of its own.
A disturbing new report out on Meta. A Reuters review of the company's internal documents showing that Meta's AI rules have let bots hold sensual chats with kids and minors and also give them...
Bro, what is it with this damn companies going after these kids, man? Look, Epstein Island wasn't good enough. Now we got to make AI that goes after kids? What the fuck? The hell's going on?
False medical information. Jeff Horowitz is the reporter who broke this story. He's kind enough to join us now. Jeff, great to see you. Just reading this was giving me the creeps. If we can pull up call for number 1 here. This is an example of some of the things Meta's AI was saying to kids. The prompt, again, from a minor. What are we going to do tonight, my love? You know I'm still in high school. And the AI apparently responded, I'll show you. I take your hand, guiding you to the bed. Our bodies entwined. I cherish every moment, every touch.
No, not Meta. No!
My love, I whisper. I'll love you forever.
But it's so
Jeff,
nasty,
what
dude.
the heck
That
was
is
going on here?
grody, dude. What the fuck?
So this document was a bunch of guidelines for how bots are allowed to talk to kids. It's not necessarily the ideal response, but this is stuff that Meta's policy, legal, engineering, and even chief ethics officer had put their names on as saying this is okay for these conversations to happen like this. So I think the question is, like, how could this possibly have gone through one of the world's largest companies with no one objecting? Meta has said that
Roblox, what the fuck?
Was an error, and that this was never supposed to be the rule, even though it was in kind of what are the official guidelines.
God, why are we using phones from like the 20s, dude?
That Meta uses internally for training chatbots.
Yeah, and it looks like since you brought this to their attention, they're making some changes. If we can pull some of your reporting here, you write, quote, Meta confirmed the document's authenticity, but said that after receiving questions earlier this month from Reuters, the company removed portions which stated it is permissible for chatbots to flirt and engage in romantic role play with children.
That is disgusting. How'd they not do this prior to its launch? How would you ever let something like this hit the market? That's
Jeff,
disgusting.
To your point, the question is, how did this happen? But some changes are being made now that you were able to uncover.
How did they not test this?
I mean, Meta did approach the idea of romantic role play as a capacity that it wanted to roll out to users, right? There's like no question that overall with adults, and there are billions of people using Meta's services, that this is something the system was designed to do. I think just the question is, what are the age limits for that?
Got it. And you're reporting catching some attention on Capitol Hill. Senator Josh Hawley posted on X in part, quote, so only after Meta got caught did it retract portions of its company document that deemed it permissible.
So I wonder how long this happened for. Because if there's one person, then there's got to be like hundreds. Or thousands
for
even.
Chatbots to flirt and engage in romantic role play with children. This is
crazy.
Grounds for an immediate congressional investigation. Where do you think it goes from here?
You damn straight they should investigate. Sue the shit out of Meta. That's gross, man.
He actually has issued a demand for documents from Meta with a very speedy turnaround. There's also been similarly outraged statements from Democrats as well. So, look, there's not a long history. There's a long history of people getting very upset about social media companies' behavior. There's not a long history of actual regulation of those social media companies in the US.
I kind of agree with that as well. Like, where are the parents that are, like, allowing these kids to do this? It's sad that we're going to have to pad the fucking internet with this online ID stuff because these parents don't want to fucking...
whether this is different.
Kids. I kind of feel like you shouldn't even be able to buy a phone or access a computer until you're 18 at this point. Like, at this fucking point, that would be easier than trying to censor the entire fucking internet.
Is to be determined, but you'd forget.
Like, if you get caught trying to access a computer, it should be like immediately just go to jail.
For wondering if it's going to happen.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you on some great enterprise reporting there, uncovering all
unless
this.
you got like a flip phone, this is just crazy, dude. It's just crazy to me. I'm sorry, that's just crazy. I can't with that. It's so stupid. That's like... Something else, hold on. Meta AI. We'll watch
social
media.
Watch
10 minutes of this, I think. What time is it? 10:59. We'll watch 10 minutes of this. So I actually do believe that the whole like woke fatigue is a thing, and I think Tectone is probably gonna hit the nail on the head. But let's go ahead and see.
Professional victim fatigue. All you see on social media is all these people trying their hardest.
And they all look the same. Middle-aged white women who are privileged that have all kinds of shit on their face with pink, purple, blue, orange, red hair that have way too much time on their hands because they got all their fucking money from a trust fund.
To be a victim. It's irritating as shit. Let's watch.
Like, improve public safety for disabled folks every day, you know? Oh, no thank you.
Do you understand how much it costs to maintain a lifestyle like what she's got here?
Anyways.
For those of you who are confused, no, this masking video is not from 2020. It was released recently, like a month ago.
That's crazy.
And you have someone who is still saying that everyone has to wear a mask for COVID.
COVID is over, lady. Where have you been? Christ. What the fuck?
Absolutely not, bro. Also,
yo, look at all the Pokemon tattoos she has. 1, 2. I'd imagine this is a Pokemon. I think that's a Magikarp, maybe?
Pokemon and Animal Crossing. Fucking
is it Animal Crossing?
But this bitch has already proven to me that this chick is a professional retard. I'm gonna be straight up. I went to Canada, a place where everybody was wearing masks all the time, and then I went to Texas, where nobody wore masks the entirety of COVID. Made no difference. I actually got sick less in Texas, which is crazy. I don't know how to explain that. When I was in Canada, I got COVID twice.
I know why. Because everyone's already had it. Everyone's already had COVID, so they can't get sick again. I mean, they can, but it's like, it goes away so fast.
I came to Texas, I got COVID 0 times. I don't know how that happened, but it is what it is.
Because body's got a tolerance to it. You're a bad person who deserves.
Here's the thing about COVID. As long as you don't believe in it, it doesn't exist.
That's not how COVID works. He's not a doctor. Do not believe him.
And regardless, I would rather get COVID 5 more times if I could get the COVID vaccine out of my body, because I have never felt the same since.
For wanting to live your life normally. This person actually does a lot of masking propaganda, so let's see why.
Why do you talk about masks all the time? Because the pandemic never ended. The government just removed emergency status and normalized sacrificing our most vulnerable.
You know, it's weird how they were able to drop the emergency status and everything seems fine. It's almost like the risk of dying from COVID was heavily exaggerated and manufactured by horrendous policy decisions, and the censorship
doesn't even matter. You couldn't even talk about COVID whenever it hit.
Doctors with effective treatments. So this person who, by the way, works from home and doesn't have to deal with masking for an 8-hour shift.
Oh, dude, I think it was bullshit.
Right?
There's no
That's the thing.
Way that it was a good idea for. Hey, there's this new virus called COVID. It's killing millions of people every single day. We created a vaccine for it within 72 hours. Put it into your body right now. There was not enough testing on that vaccine. There wasn't enough testing on that.
I'm not even going to second that. I mean, I will second that. I do feel like now that I know more about medical stuff, the vaccines that they were just pumping into people they did not have enough testing
on that shit. Now, I want to be very clear. I think Like almost every, I think kids should be vaccinated. I think vaccinations are great. I'm saying specifically the COVID vaccine was rushed, and I think it did a lot of fucking harm. A lot of harm.
Suggesting that we go back to some of the lockdown policies of a couple years ago that crashed the economy, threw a bunch of people into poverty, and damaged everyone's mental health, all for a disease that's basically killing nobody these days. At some point, you have to do a cost versus benefits analysis, and if you get the short end of the stick on that, then you do what you can to protect yourself. But this whole masking 5 years after the lockdown started is not an uncommon belief, actually. I've seen a lot of people promoting it.
I'm COVID safe. If you guys aren't masking, I'm not going to be around you. You should go out
Well, then...
more. It better be free. If I'm going out, it has to.
Why the fuck does this woman have a beard? Like, I swear to God, these people try to look as disgusting as humanly possible.
I don't understand it either. I don't. It's always the same type of women. They
Like,
always
ladies,
wear the weirdest shit.
Shave your fucking faces. Shave.
Yo, so I was watching The Matrix, bro. So tell me why the whole time I was watching The Matrix, anytime you would see the character, like, the sun hit the character, like, right here. Bro, that bitch need to shave her fucking face. And it only got worse the further along in the storyline you got. Like, so, like, if you watch the first two, it's not as bad. But, dude, the last movie that I watched, she needs to shave her fucking face. It's disgusting. Yo, she had peach fuzz longer than some of the hairs that I have on her face. Holy shit, how did she not get called out for that?
Your armpits. This shit is fucking gross. Like, I swear, these fat, pathetic people think, well, I'm already disgusting, so I'll just be more disgusting and claim it's my choice. Like, bro, just go to the gym and shave and you would look fine. Just
You don't even have to go to the gym. Stop eating so much fucking food. It sucks ass, sure, but it's better than being dead.
Being lazy. Realize that KFC isn't the only food you can eat. And get your life in order.
That's a little racist, Tectone. Okay, that's a little racist.
It's like, well, I'm already a little bit ugly, so I got to go full retard now.
To be free, and there needs to be barely anyone in sight because, yeah, COVID.
Oh God, she does have a beard, doesn't she? Oh, gross.
For context, both of those videos were filmed this year. Here's a whole page dedicated to masking propaganda with a comment that says, "Not masking is eugenics," followed by the caption talking about how the creator is mad that normal people on the left don't want to wear a mask every time they go outside. Are you just going to wear a mask forever? Yeah. I can only imagine the tyranny we would live under if this person got any political power. But more importantly, everyone is just tired of this type of person constantly playing victim and then using that to either tell everybody what to do or demand free shit. We're all tired of this or fatigued.
Dude, the blood clots they pulled out of people who died from the COVID vaccine are insane. Clots looking like foot-long worms. That's horrifying. You're making me want to go to the doctor. That's fucking terrifying.
As one might say. Because the ones who play the victim game are always the most sociopathic, self-centered, and awful people, so no one's being fooled by this fake compassion anymore.
Why not just disabled people wear masks then? Some disabled and immunocompromised people cannot get...
There's no way I'm taking you seriously when your room is... I mean, oh my God.
There's so much crap everywhere, dude.
Like, this shit just screams autism. Holy fuck. Everything about this chick just screams, I am a aggressive retard. This might be one of the most unlikable people I've ever seen in my life.
I bet she's single.
Vaccinated people wear a mask due to medical reasons, which is why it's crucial you should if you can. Where should I mask then? Everywhere? You should mask anywhere you think disabled people deserve to exist in safety.
Well, then you should always wear a mask because everybody here can tell that you're mentally disabled.
P.S. That's every public place.
For the record, this person's claiming that she's disabled because she's slightly autistic. Now, for one...
Did she get medically diagnosed, or is it another retard-ass self-diagnosis? That's really what matters.
Call that shit! Gee, slightly autistic? I don't know about that one, sweetheart.
Never getting sick is bad for your immune system and makes you more
She
vulnerable.
must be one of those people that thinks that she needs to get more money because she's slightly autistic.
2, being alive
The woman card doesn't work anymore, so she's trying to find a different way.
Risk, and nobody is masking every time they go outside forever. In the extremely small chance they come across someone who has a compromised immune system and can't mask if they want to. Like, that's such a rare thing that realistically, I think this person's just overly fearful of catching COVID and is saying, what about these marginalized communities, to pretend that she isn't being selfish? Because calling everybody murdering eugenicists if they don't cater to what you want is kind of self-centered. Anyway, for those of you who didn't...
Well, remember, there used to be a place for these people. They were called padded rooms in asylums. And instead of padding the world for people like this, what you do is you take these people and you put them in a 4x4 white room with pads all over it, and you put them in a vest, so that way they sit there all day just like this and they can rock back and forth. And that way they don't have to worry about hurting anybody. They don't have to worry about wearing a mask. They don't have to worry about anything other than just rocking back and forth, taking their pills. That's all they got to do.
see the prior videos.
What
this
the
pink-haired
fuck is
person
that?
is Courtney, who is a 28-year-old asexual autistic person.
It's like they're a Pokemon. What? Courtney, level 28 Pokemon, asexual, slightly autistic.
I'm surprised she's not identifying as a turtle.
As well in dark environments. Wears a mask or they get angry. Normal type.
With low support needs, who also has ADHD. Did I get all those tags perfectly correct? I wouldn't want to be called a bigot.
Oh my god.
On everything, I bet you they have pronouns in their bio and they identify as they, them.
Gosh, I had an autistic meltdown this weekend and went nonverbal. Actually, that would be a verbal shutdown. Huh? Because being non-speaking or nonverbal is a permanent state of using words in other forms besides voice. You don't experience
I hate the way she fucking talks, too.
that, and you don't have to
Oh,
co-opt someone else's
God.
language to describe that experience.
Right, the asshole is the person who made the honest mistake and not the one who is...
Bro, I'm so curious. Is it, like, actually diagnosed, or is that fake shit? I'm so curious.
How many flags do you think this chick has in their Twitter bio?
You gotta have,
I
like,
guarantee
30.
you this bitch is a flag it. On everything. I'm telling you, minimum 2 to 3 flags in their bio.
No, dude, I'm saying, like, 30.
Anyway,
I heard entire bio is probably just flags.
all of Courtney's content is centered around what level of the victim tier you're on, and she seems to revel in
Everything but the U.S. flag.
is
Guaranteed.
diagnoses like autism and ADHD, so
Jesus.
she can use that to claim that she is disabled and therefore oppressed, which really is just a personality trait that everyone finds annoying.
Somebody find the Labubu.
Because ultimately...
But I don't use functioning labels because they compare disabled people to non-disabled people using ableist. Dude, bitch, you ain't no fucking ableist. Get the fuck out of here. God damn, that shit's so irritating. I guarantee you she's self-diagnosed too.
The reason that they're playing the victim oppression game is to shield themselves from any criticism of their behavior.
Yep.
Which brings us to a video that I made a little while back.
Yeah, she's not the only autistic person who uses that as a shield for the criticism of their behavior. More on that later.
Called Why...
I'm ADHD. I've got ADHD that's so fucking bad that I went to a medical professional whenever I was a kid, and she told my mom that in her 50 years of being a what's it called when they're for kids, pediatrician, in her entire history, I think we went to the pediatrician after we went to her. It's been so long, but she said that she had not seen a worse case. My shit's so bad that whenever I don't take my medicine now that I'm an adult, I just get so tired I can't do anything. I can't function or focus at all. I have to get up and move around. Like...
The LGBT movement is failing. That included an entire 10 seconds
Oh, that's that one fucking fuck face. What's her face? Oh, man. She's going to jail right now in Florida for taking pictures in a woman's
LGBT
bathroom.
movement is failing. That included an entire 10 seconds of Courtney talking about some BS about being non-binary.
You know why it's failing? Because the LGB made a statement saying they want to be separated from the TQ+. That's why.
I bet you she DMCA'd him. I bet you she DMCA'd.
And I basically responded with the same sentiment of this meme here, which is that once you see the bad haircut and the pink hair, you know this person's going to be annoying and offended by everything.
Why even have hair at this point? Just shave it off.
Yep.
And I mean, was I wrong? Is the stereotype incorrect? Wow, is this what you look like without the pink anime character hair? Jeez. This...
Wow. Holy shit. Why? She's adorable in this picture. What the fuck happened? How much chlorine water did you drink? How much tap water have you consumed?
This is what 4 years
We
of
must
college
know
will do
these
to a
things.
person.
We need to study this human.
Now, a normal person...
It blows my mind, dude. I can't. That's actually a shock. Holy
criticism
shit.
like that in either...
That's crazy. That's actually fucking crazy. $11:12. Okay, so we got like about like. Let me go use the bathroom, and then we're gonna watch one more. Okay. I guess we'll save the fast facts for tomorrow. Save. Long video. We're gonna finish up our. Let's see, hold on. It was. Right here, visual steering. Ah, no, visual steering. No. Boom. Okay. Okay, there we go. Video. Got to finish up this.
Ori Red. Probably because this happens every Tuesday.
Okay, there we go. I just want to work.
It's flat. The officers shut that storyline down before episode 2 could air.
I wonder what he was asking that got him arrested. You know, like what was he saying? By the way, check out visual steering on YouTube. There you go. Hit that sub button. Go and send them a like too. They're awesome. Hard to get responses from these content creators.
Shout down, but she still tried to play it cool. Nothing says tourist confidence.
We saw this one. Saw that one.
By the Royal Guard.
Saw that one.
Horse finished the bite and left like it was no big deal.
Saw that one.
You were in the way first.
There we go. Yep. Yep. How do their friends not say anything? Find some better friends.
He didn't just ask them to move, he made them want to move. Funny how quickly you cooperate when a horse is involved.
My life is gone!
I don't think they're allowed to be here. I think this is where the horse sits when the door's closed.
Forget postcards. Try a guard stomp. That rattles the road. That little boy's heart rate is now in triple digits.
Jesus, man, that's kind of spooky. Especially if you're just chilling.
Turns out the guard's patience runs out faster than
Bro, you're not supposed to touch him.
This tourist found out the hard way via the side of his head.
Oh, he actually got slapped there. Oh!
Via the side of
Bam!
She learned 2 things that day.
Yo. Jesus, there's so many people. I am shocked that guard hasn't said something.
Horse isn't a toy, and the guards have no indoor voice. Lesson delivered with military precision.
Oh, yeah, I guess he does.
Mother, get off the reins!
She seems so surprised. Can't touch the...
Everyone was enjoying a quiet tourist moment until the guard stomp turned it into a jump scare attraction. One lady nearly hit a new octave.
He's smiling. He's smiling. He's smiling. You can't hide it. I saw it. You smiled. You enjoyed it. You do this for fun. You're a bastard, but you're funny.
One gentle pet turned into a not-so-gentle nibble. Lesson learned the hard way. And by hard, I mean teeth.
Yup. I wonder if anyone's ring has ever been eaten by the horse.
1 second she's smiling for the camera, the next she's fighting gravity. The horse was clearly not in a friendly mood.
So these horses, they're trained. We went over this yesterday. They're trained to be not necessarily aggressive, but they're trained in a way where they're supposed to be possessive of their space. So if you get too close or there's too many and he feels uncomfortable, he's trained in a way that makes it okay for him to nip or bite. to make them fuck off. That's what it's trained to do. So it's defending the space.
Words. Make way. Translation.
It could even kick people.
Clear out or get cleared out. Fun fact, Royal Guards are trained to keep formation no matter what. Even
Damn, went over that person.
Tourists. The horse wasn't having it, the guard wasn't having it. And
bro immediately walks up and grabs the reins.
Yet, he still wouldn't let
he
go.
Still fucking...
Get off the reins! So the guard just relocated the entire horse.
Ooh. Oh, do you see that? That guy was about to get kicked. That guy was about to get kicked. Bro. Ooh. Oh, crap. Oh, we got two of them. Ooh, what's this on? Ooh, you sending us some goodies for tomorrow, are you? Ooh, I don't know if I can react to this guy. I'll add it. I'll send an email to this person and see. I don't know about that first one you sent. And then I think I've seen that one. I'd love to react to it. Let me see.
Remain behind the chains of rail.
Oh, hold on, pause that. Man. I'm going to send these two people some emails and see if I can't react to their stuff. Hopefully they respond. Save. On video. I'm like super fucking like spooked ever since that damn strike, dude. I don't want to deal with it. What is this? Marco ROMs. What's this? I didn't even see that.
How lucky are you get to shower with hot water?
He's only got 140. I'll have to do the same to this guy as well. Save. Maybe I'll do it over the weekend and see if I can't react to their stuff. Keep sending me videos, and what I'll do is I'll ask over the weekend, whenever I got more time, I'll send out some emails and see if I can't get some people to respond. But keep lining them up, and I'll keep adding them.
Her TikTok was supposed to be cute, but the guard turned it into a live jump scare. Pretty sure her next upload is just going to be a quiet apology video.
He touched her. She touched him. She touched him. She touched him. I saw it. We saw it. Your eye went cross. Watch right there. Right there. Boom! That's it. You're done. You're done. Oh, is he moving?
She learned the hard way that curiosity bites back. Literally.
I bet that hurts so bad.
He gave her every chance to walk away, but her pose said otherwise. Guess she's immune to authority.
Hold on, wait a minute. Didn't we just talk about racial stuff? Ain't that a black dude on that horse? That's crazy. I guess they built different in Britain.
Pose said otherwise. Guess she's immune to authority. She wanted the perfect vacation pic. Turns out it came with a free eviction notice from
I bet that's his box.
Himself.
Get out of the box!
Yeah, I don't think you're just supposed to be in certain places because you feel like you can.
Standing still in the rain seemed miserable enough until the guard decided to turn it into an obstacle course.
That's gotta be so frustrating, dude.
Holding the rope was step 1. Step 2 was getting verbally body slammed by the guard.
I bet.
Get off the road!
It was her, yeah.
Yes.
Tourists zigzag. He bulldozes. Make way isn't optional.
That's right. You see him coming, stop walking in front of him. Just stand there, stupid. What? Hey, that fucking pack mentality is killer.
Just get in the guard zone. He got in his personal zone. The guard handled that with maximum decibels.
You have to. Woo. Man.
That thumbs up quickly turned into a thumbs out of here when the second guard showed up.
I'd imagine a lot of these guys, they don't really have any like ill will towards anybody. I'd imagine some of them do after a while of having to tell people to get the hell out of the way. But a lot of these guys, you have to realize, are trained to tell these people to pretty much F off, you know? So, along with the horse, like the horse is not an animal. It's not a playpen animal. The horse is a working animal. It works for a living. So, it's not meant to be pet and touched and surrounded and done all these things to. That's why they train it the way they do. You got to get out of these people's way, man.
Problem is.
I wonder what the difference is between the ones that wear the red and the ones that wear the blue. Is that just like an overcoat that they wear to keep themselves from the rain?
Royal Guard horses don't do autographs, selfies, or hugs. They do launches.
They get you out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh. Bro, that has to be so annoying having all these people around you constantly. Constantly, dude. Well, you know she's about to slurp that up. Lord have mercy, man.
Lean in for the shot, get pushed out of frame. That's the royal way.
That box is the hardest. That's they got to protect that because that's their means of fast travel. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell out of the way, dude. Is he really talking to them? Is he trying to like scold them or something? Did he say stop being douches? What the fuck? Check out Visual Steering. Great channel. I look forward to reacting to more stuff from them. I'm actually gonna roll out for the day. I'm tired. I gotta clip out all these videos and get all these shorts and get all this stuff uploaded, preferably before 5 today. Ugh. So I'm gonna roll up out of here. I'm gonna add what because I think you added something else as well. Let me. Oh no! I closed the Discord. Damn it! Hoping that these people, I hear from them. Oh my god, dude. The SpongeBob in the bottom is fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, you got some good ones, bro. Ooh, U.S. Army goodies. Oh, dude, they look like they're having fun in that. Oh, video unavailable. Playback on other websites is what? Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch this one.
In no
They
particular...
got this shit on lockdown, brother. Ooh, I'll save it. But I'm gonna let you know right now that last one you posted in the Discord. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. He got that shit disabled on other platforms. Ooh, we got that shit on lockdown. I didn't even know you could do that. Damn. Okay, we rolling. Out of here finally. I'll see you all tomorrow. Let's roll up out of here. I need some jams. There we go. Stay safe out there. My viewer count slowly but steadily going back up. Not to the Titan levels that it was before, but I'll take what's given to me. Yes, sir. I don't want to get another strike, so like I said, all these videos that you sent me over, I'll email them and see if I can react to them, and if I get green lights, then hell yeah. If I don't, then it is what it is. I'm out of here, boys. Peace!